Soon. I'm going back on the Stern Show. I haven't been on in a while. I know I'm not a very fascinating guest. No strippers. Well, a little bit of drugs, but you know, not interesting drugs. Mostly prescription. But I'm in town for the Turner Upfronts because we're on TBS now on the Conan show, and I'm expecting a lot of, well, you came crawling back to Conan, a lot of that stuff, a lot of fuck Jay stuff, a lot of, so the Conan show's doing real shitty now, isn't it? A lot of that kind of, you know, so, and I'm going to love every minute of it because I listen every day, so it's, you know, it's like, this is, I was telling somebody yesterday, this is a press stop that I actually enjoy. I like doing this. I like coming in here. It's exciting, you know? As
a fan, you're aware of some of the possibly negative conversation or topics he might bring up, but you embrace that. Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. I said it once before, I think it was on Greg Fitzsimmons' show, because whenever I get talked about, whenever they've mentioned me, they've, you know, I just want them to move on. Like, mention my name and then move on, because the more people start talking about you on this show, the more you become just a shit magnet, even in the conversation. It's better to just, even in their conversation, just kind of pop in, make an appearance, and then have them move on to shitting on someone else.
Time equals negativity on this show.
Yes. But I relate to it. I think it's very much, it's sort of like my family. It's sort of like what I grew up with. You know, the longer you stick around, the more shit you're going to get.
I also read on Twitter that you sort of hashtag gonna show some titty today.
I probably won't.
Oh, you tease.
I probably won't. I mean, I'm not afraid to. I just, and I noticed this morning I had a big zit by my nipple, so I'm probably not going to show it. Just.
Hey, that's all right.
That's the male version of I'm on my period. So.
Well, just having you here is enough. So
thank you.
Welcome back, Andy.
Thanks very much.
And we'll see you in the studio shortly.
Yes, you will.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, Andy Richter hasn't been here since he was promoting The Tonight Show. So we haven't seen Andy in a long time.
Oh, wow. A lot has gone on since then.
Yeah.
Hey.
There's Andy Richter.
Hello.
Andy Richter, the man who sits at Conan O'Brien's side as he does whatever the show's called now.
It's
called Conan, right?
O'Brien.
Yeah, it's just called Conan.
Is it true? I read, Andy, that...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Andy,
what a trick to play on somebody.
I read that they spent about, and I don't even understand this, like $1 million researching what they should call the show. When the show moved to TBS from NBC, that $1 million...
$1 million to find out you should call it Conan?
Well, because they go, should it be Conan O'Brien?
That has to be bullshit.
So you've never heard that?
No. I mean, I think...
Where do these things get started, do you think? I mean, there's so much BS.
Right here.
You think I started that? You probably did.
No, you know what I think it is? I think there's too much information about entertainment. So they have to make shit up.
Right.
Because there's 8,000 outlets for the little turds of information that are about, like, the big turd. So, you know.
Are you here today to claim that you're still on television?
I am.
Is that what's going on?
I am.
Is that the tour?
I'm still on TV, Mom.
Andy, take me back, too.
Okay.
I mean, you're a very loyal Conan guy, but...
Yes.
You know, and I guess I am too in this sense. I think you and I were probably the only two people defending Conan at some point. Well, no, Jimmy Kimmel too.
Yeah, no. Jimmy was great. Jimmy was great. I think, you know.
Did you read Bill Carter's latest book?
Yes.
What did you think? I thought that was really interesting about the whole Conan affair. You know, and I thought it was a very fair book.
I thought it was too fair. Every time I read about, like, from the Leno perspective, I was like, bullshit.
Oh, I thought Bill was tough on Leno.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Bill did the aproppriate thing. I don't think Bill... I come off thinking...
Well, where would you have been tougher?
I think Bill comes off as not a Leno fan.
Really?
Yeah.
No, well... There were things. There was. You know, it's been a while too. So since I read the book, I read it right when it came out because.
But for some reason, you felt it wasn't.
To look for me.
Yeah, of course. What'd they say about me?
Yeah,
did you talk to Bill Carter for his book? This book was about late night wars and the whole Conan thing and Jay Leno and all that. Do you speak to Bill about it, or did you stay out of it?
Not officially, and which is weird because there were particular episodes in the book in which I played a part which he got really right.
But you say not officially.
And I never, yeah.
You spoke to him, but you off the record?
No, I mean, like, hey, Bill, how are you?
Right.
Good to see you.
You
How
didn't
you
give him
doing?
information. You didn't do an interview.
No, I never did like an official interview. But
And it would be only things you knew?
Yeah, like, you know, like a conversation. Because there was a time, like, I had to call Jay Leno and apologize because I said something snotty in an interview.
Why did you have to
Really?
apologize?
Because they asked me to apologize.
Who asked
at
you?
the time.
TBS?
No, one of the people at NBC who has since been fired.
But let me understand that whole thing.
Okay.
So the way it went down in my mind is Leno, came back. You guys were gone. Why would you then apologize for
No,
something?
this must have been while it was still going on.
This was while the froth was churning.
I see.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it wasn't clear what was going to be happening.
No. He, I mean, quickly, he did an interview with just like some trade paper,
Right.
like broadcast and cable, whatever. And his 10 o'clock show was going shitty. And
Right.
he said, the guy kept asking him about, well, if you were on at 11:30, would things be different? How would you feel if you were on at 11:30? He asked, well, I think he only asked him once or twice.
Right.
And Jay said, oh, you mean if they asked me to if they gave me the old job back, would I take it? Sure.
Right.
Which is like two different questions.
So, right, he answered something that he
Yeah.
wasn't asked.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he was floating that idea of him coming back.
And that was the first.
And what did you say about that?
I said that certainly wasn't the classy answer to that question.
And you had to apologize to him.
And I had to apologize to him.
So how do you do that? How do you make an apology call? Who gives you this? They give you a number
They
to
give
call?
me a phone number.
Do they stand in the room with you while you make the call?
No. And the guy that...
Did you say it first? Listen, I don't like what Jay said. I didn't say anything. I just said it wasn't a classy answer.
Absolutely.
And you put up a protest, and they said, listen, Andy, this guy's on at 10 o'clock at night. We have to have peace. And so you said, hey, who the fuck am I to buck the system?
Right, exactly.
All right, what the hell?
I have to remember my relative importance in the situation.
Right.
And eat a little crow, and who gives a shit?
Now, did they write out what you were going to say? Or?
So how'd that conversation go?
Well...
how you doing?
Well, you know, it is the funniest thing to me. The first thing was, I'm given a number, and it was pretty early too. And the thing that I said, I was promoting something else that I'd done. I don't even remember. And the guy, and it was just for some like shitty, like online thing.
Right.
And I said this thing, and it wasn't even out yet.
Wow.
And Jay's like, hey, what's up with that? Why is he saying this about
Why is he
me?
saying I'm not classy?
Yeah, I'm not classy.
Because Jay acts like nothing bothers him, but it does.
And he always has to pick up the phone with everybody.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah, he picked up the phone with me. That was the last time we talked.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I told him to fuck off.
Well, he said, I get this number, I dial the number, and I'm expecting something other than what I got, which was, hello. It's just like, hello.
Yeah, all right. That's a regular guy.
Oh, hi, Jay.
Right.
How are you?
Right.
And I said, hey, Jay, it's Andy Richter. And he went, Andy, you know how these guys, like instantly into it, like, you know how these guys are. I mean, you know, they hammy, and then you end up saying the thing you don't really mean it or whatever. I mean, you know, it's...
So he's kind of making excuses for
Yes.
you, right?
Which I instantly felt...
he was guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have a higher status in this situation because right off the bat, he's explaining himself to me.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to me explaining myself to him.
Right.
So hooray
He didn't
for
sound
me.
very
Hooray
angry.
for me, first
Right.
of all. And then I had, you know, and the best thing that happened out of the thing was... he said, I just think we should settle these things between each other. If you got a problem with something that I said, you can call me up directly. And
Yeah, the problem is he said something
after
in
somebody
print.
gives you
Absolutely.
his number.
Yeah,
But he said something in print. And he wants you to apologize.
Right.
You talk to him about it personally.
Right. And I was pissed because here we were trying to build this show
Right.
with basically, you know, like cinder block shoes put on us by his
Right.
lead-in,
Right.
which everybody at the network that was on his side said, lead-in doesn't matter. Bullshit.
Yeah, sure it does.
Bullshit, it doesn't
These
matter.
are factors you can't control.
Yeah, they're saying like, well, just because we're doing shitty at 10 is no excuse for
Conan must be just putting on a shitty show in the late. But it's like, well, why don't you tell all your local news who are all down 50% that they're putting on shitty shows?
Right. They're not. They're taking
local news is getting dragged
What
down.
you're saying, and this is true, a lot of local news that followed the Jay Leno 10 o'clock show, when they were formerly number 1, went to number 3.
Yes.
Because they're lead-ins. People just leave the TV on. They're not going to go to the different local news.
And that was the biggest beef.
Right.
That was what was motivating all of it, was because for the local
So you were getting
affiliates,
fucked because Jay was screwing up. Jay should have left the network and gone up against you guys, gone to Fox and done that. You would have respected that more.
You said it too at the time. I remember you saying it at the time. Go away. When somebody fucks you over, if they're fucking you over, go away.
Jay has
Don't
more.
hang out in the lobby.
Jay has more money than anybody. He could have easily said, "Hey, NBC, you're taking the Tonight Show away from me. I'm still doing well. You guys are fucks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up against Conan and Andy.
Exactly.
And I'm going to go do my show on Fox, or I'm going to do it on ABC.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach them. No. He stays at NBC and waits to do a shitty lead-in show.
And he had the benefit of a network that was being managed poorly because they couldn't make a decision. Like they couldn't divorce somebody to marry somebody.
But here's the tough question. And in the final analysis, you talk about eating crow.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you still think you guys would have been better off taking that deal where Jay went on at 11:30 and you guys go on at midnight?
No.
Why?
Because that was their way of putting us on an ice floe and pushing us off, and eventually we would have starved and died.
But wouldn't you have had a better leading? Because Jay does well at 11:30. Wouldn't you also have had wouldn't you have had a bigger audience? Because building an audience at TBS is tough. I mean, you're doing fine. I mean, you got about 1 million people a night watching. But you would have had more viewers. You still would have been at NBC. And so you would have gone on at midnight. Like, maybe you should have just done that.
No, because that was not what it was. Especially seeing how they manage people and how they manage talent.
Right.
It would have been...
No respect.
It would have been, oh, look how good Jay's doing in a half an hour. And look at this drop-off. Because even Jay Leno's miniature version of The Tonight Show wouldn't have been a fantastic lead-in for us at that time.
Right.
I mean, to put us right next to each other, I absolutely think that we could have taken The Tonight Show, made it successful, made it our own, and yet had it still live up to the franchise.
Right. How many months did you get?
7.
You had 7 months.
Yeah. Whereas he and we had our chance. That was what everyone said. He had 2 years before he beat Letterman.
Right, I remember.
He had 2 whole years of fucking up to beat Letterman. And we got 7 months and we were already failures.
And then let me ask you about this. Isn't it true, like late night television to me is really guest driven? Like, you have to have good guests.
Yeah.
If Letterman has on Angelina Jolie, you got to go out and get the other hot chick and all that.
Right.
Wasn't there this perception that Jay was saying, hey, I need the better guests. I'm on at 10 o'clock at night.
I'm in prime time.
We're on in L.A.
Yeah.
And so is Conan.
Yeah.
If there's a good guest to be gotten, I want to get him first.
Absolutely.
Was that going on? Like
Absolutely.
a booking war?
Absolutely. We were still the little brother. We were still going to get
and when you take on the
hand-me-downs.
When you take the Tonight Show on, you think, hey, finally, I'll get to be the big guy.
We should be the number 1 slot. We should be.
Conan's dream, your dream, I'm sure you shared it, was that, hey,
I mean,
but at 11:30, you guys were finally going to get to be the number 1 priority at the network.
Right.
If someone was going to get a good guest, it was going to be the Tonight Show. And instead, the Tonight Show became, oh, it's after the Jay Leno primetime show. So that had to hurt you with guest bookings, right?
It hurt with bookings, but I think it also just... It's what it represented. It was what it represented to still follow Jay Leno.
Yeah, my perception was, too, not only were you following him, but there's a certain amount of burnout that goes on after you've just seen a whole talk show, then another talk show, and then another talk show. It just seems like it's wall-to-wall talk.
Let me ask something, though, because from the very beginning, how does it come about that Conan is decided to be the successor to Jay Leno years before?
That was crazy.
That was a weird thing, too.
That was
crazy.
That was there again. They didn't want to let anybody go.
Yeah, you know what? You got to understand, because I read Bill Carter's book, too. You got to understand something. Conan, the perception was, he's going to be the heir apparent to the Tonight Show. And Conan had all the buzz and all, hey, he's on at 12:30, but he's ready for prime time.
Everybody's always talking about him.
He hosted the Emmys.
He hosted the Emmys, and he was very hot.
He was very hot.
A lot of people coming at him with money.
In that heat, Fox was after him. They were ready to turn over the keys to him at 11:30 at night when a big deal, which I guess now in retrospect he should have done.
Taken, yeah.
That would have been good. But all right, he said, gee, I'd really love the Tonight Show. And they said to him, look, Jay's got another 5 years in him. We're going to orchestrate this thing where Jay will step down and you'll take over the Tonight Show. That's how it happened because they were afraid of losing him.
But nobody ever talked to Jay about this, so he could have been really pissed about that.
And if he was pissed, he should have left.
Yeah. No, I mean, from his perspective, yes. He was the
dumped.
#1 show.
Right.
And they did kind of... But at that point, I think
But if somebody did that to me,
if
someone at NBC had said, hey, I have the #1 talk show, and they go, hey, we're moving you out for Conan, I would have said, fuck you guys.
Yeah, but you know what? Jay didn't get angry at NBC.
No.
He got angry at Conan.
Yeah. No, I think he was angry at NBC, too.
Really?
Because
then why keep working for him?
That's my $1 million question.
See, that's why I don't think he was really angry with him.
I think if he felt it was more the principle of the thing, and I think he also, too, he's a creature of habit. He wears the same goddamn clothes every day.
Yeah.
He wears the same fucking clothes
He
every day.
can't go to another studio?
I can't imagine my company saying to me, hey, man, you've got the #1 show. Fuck you. You're stepping down in 5 years. And I'd say, fuck you in 5 years. Wait till you see the shiv I shove up your ass.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we have to wait.
This is a guy I can't figure out. Leno. I mean, what an odd man that he would stay at NBC and eat their bullshit.
And then do that shitty primetime show.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay's not going anywhere, but we, and then there was that whole period of we don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to be
here. He's going to do something. Yeah. I actually, and before we go further, I do want to say, because I don't want to seem like the ingrate that's just bitching.
Right.
Because I'm very happy where we are now. And I don't want to seem like I'm hung up on this. We're talking
You don't live
about
it every day, right?
I don't give a shit now. I mean, I love what we do now. And we have a lot of fun. And Conan owns the show.
He does?
He owns the show.
So what does that mean to you?
Never would have had
what does it mean to Conan to own the show as opposed to, in other words, when the show goes into reruns, he can place them on the network he wants to. He's the owner. He
owns the web presence. He owns the name. He owns his own likeness. Nobody can come in and really say, I don't like the way you're doing that. You should do that differently. They can kind of suggest it.
Right.
But they can't just say,
have they come to you and said at TBS, hey, we don't like some things you're doing? Have you gotten any notes, so to speak?
Notes about, we just did a bit where we reenacted the John Travolta massage scandal with peanuts. And one of the peanuts had an erection that was a peanut coming off of the peanut shell, and we had to blur it out. That's
you had to blur a peanut.
We had to, and I was saying,
insane?
It's a peanut shell with a peanut coming off of it.
Yeah, it's not a penis.
It looked so gross.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It was so nasty looking. But we had to blur out the peanut that was, that's the sort of thing.
The audience doesn't see the blur out. They see the actual funny peanut, right?
We ended up showing them the blurred version.
Isn't it crazy in this world you have to blur a peanut? But that's television. What is it, Gary?
I wanted to ask Andy if you knew about this, because in the Bill Carter book, there was this little note in there that said that when Conan was exiting NBC, one of the deal points was that Howard could not be a guest the last week. Did you know about that?
Yes, I did.
Wow, that's amazing to me.
They were really hung up because you had talked about it.
Right. I defended Conan in this thing.
And you and Rosie were saying you were going to come on together.
Yeah.
You were going to trash Jay.
Rosie and I had just made up, and Rosie hates Jay and I hate Jay, and we were both conspiring to come on Conan's last show, and then I know there was discussion about me coming on.
Yes.
And so who tells you that Howard Stern is not allowed on the Conan last show?
I mean, I knew about it kind of hearsay from Conan, but he didn't, talk about it a lot. But
it would have been so great.
It would have been great. It would have been great. But number one, I think he was just ready to go and didn't want to. He's not a shit stirrer.
No,
Conan generally,
Yeah, and
so,
you know what's funny? I remember at the time, 60 Minutes interviewed Conan, and he defended himself, and then everyone said he was whiny.
Yes.
So as soon as you start saying, hey, look, there's a lot of things that went into this. You try to explain yourself. You're considered a whiner.
Right.
It's you can't win sort of situation, right?
Well, you could become the judge on a network television show and just talk about what's going on in your life and have everyone in the world say, "Will you shut up already with your life?"
Right. Yeah.
You know,
yeah. But that's what happens.
People are bitchy. You know.
Yeah,
They just,
yeah.
I think it
don't
was
I know.
that beard. You know, Conan had grown that big stuff.
Did you like that beard? I thought it was a mistake, the beard. I mean, honestly.
I would call him Dr. Benton Quest.
It just seemed like he
He
was...
looked like Johnny Quest's dad.
Well, you know what he looked like? A guy who got fired from his job, went into a mental hospital, and started growing out his beard because he didn't care anymore.
It totally started out as a depression beard.
Wow.
It's just a depression beard.
How
you know?
depressed was he? Seriously. I mean, you would... Are you that close that you speak to him every day?
Yeah.
Even when you guys were off the air?
Yeah, well, after it happened, there was a couple weeks where I just kind of
Backed off.
let him be. Yeah, because I knew
he was
you know,
down.
it was. Yeah, I mean,
It's
it had
terrible.
It had been like his kind of dream.
Yeah.
His dream job, and it got taken away. And he also, too, it felt like he was being rejected by everybody. You know, it felt like just this complete repudiation. Although at the end, there was like this fan, swell of support. That,
Yeah, right.
That was pretty fantastic.
Well, that's why I always say that people like Conan, anyone in show business, I remember they did it to Chevy Chase. They hired him at Fox.
Mm-hmm.
They were touting him as the next great thing.
Yeah.
And then they fired him 9 weeks later, and then Fox was out there going, "Boy, is he shitty!" And man, was he tough.
I know.
The very people who had made the decision to hire him were now bad mouthing him.
Yeah.
And I said that's why Chevy Chase got a $9 million payout at the time, which was considered huge for television anytime. Same thing with Conan. I mean, he went from being the network sweetheart, the next big thing, everything they want. And then they went ahead and put Jay in as the lead in. They just fucking sabotaged the shit out of him after 7 months and basically said he was shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a miracle he even ended up at TBS. He could have been completely ruined.
Yeah, well...
And no one would have been crying from, I know he makes millions of dollars, but that's not what it's all about. He still wanted to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready to hang it up.
No, not at all. No, he definitely still has this urge to do this thing, like way more than I do. I like doing what I do for a living.
Right.
But that was, I mean, from my perspective, too, with Jay, he'd done it for 18 years.
Right.
He had $1 gazillion.
Right.
I was raised to be of the opinion that work is something to avoid.
Like, you're not looking at work.
18 years and $1 gazillion, a warehouse full of old fucking cars. Like,
And he
goodbye.
brags he doesn't even use his salary for anything because he lives on his stand-up money.
That is one of the most spectacular neuroses I've ever.
That's so true.
It's such a cover-up for hiding in closets, listening in.
Unbelievable.
I mean, crawling on the floor, listening in closets. You know, years ago he did that. For people that don't know, when they were deciding between him and Letterman, he crawls in closets, listens to the door. I think that presented even he could realize that presents him in such a light of like a desperate person.
He was proud of it. You know where that story came from? From Jay.
Really?
Jay was proud. He said, "I'm so hungry, I'm going to go hide in the closet." He's proud that he fought for the Tonight Show.
But I think there's still a part of him that knows how crazy that is.
Just hide in a closet?
Yeah.
Very crazy.
And so he knows, like, well, now I have to seem like I don't really, like, the Tonight Show. And he's always kind of talked about being the host of the Tonight Show as if it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it matters plenty.
Oh, my goodness,
you know,
it
like,
matters.
Well, it's all
and
fabricated.
so he can say to people, and this is, in his weird disconnect, he thinks, I know how people will think that this doesn't matter that much. I'll just say I don't spend my salary.
Yeah, what a thought
people will
process.
relate to that.
Yeah.
Like, no one relates to that, you lunatic. That's the craziest, you know.
I don't relate to it. I don't know who does.
Yeah, like, I don't, you know, I just, I don't
It's
know.
crazy
it's like,
thinking.
It's like trying to say to someone like, no, I shit into Ziploc bags, and then I mail them to my mother's grave. You know?
It makes no sense.
Yeah, you know, like a normal guy in a denim shirt.
Why wouldn't you spend the money you make from the Tonight Show?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, have fun.
What the fuck is it there for? and I think like years down the road too, he started to even figure out like, I'm spending that money on charity.
Yeah.
You know, like, because people started to say, so you're just piling it up? That sounds cool.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Oh, I never got to finish the thing about the phone call because he said, he's telling me how we should, we should settle these things, but just between us.
Like men.
Yeah. And so I said, so when you said that thing about how if they gave you the job on the Tonight Show again, you would take it, I said, did you call Conan or Jeff Ross, our producer? Did you call them to clear that up with them? Because you knew, because I got him to kind of say that he knew that was kind of an uncool thing to say.
Right.
I said, did you call them and clear it with them? He said, oh, yeah, I called them. And I knew that he knew that I knew
that it was a lie.
He's lying.
Right.
I got him to lie to my ear, to my face. And when I could just like go, okay, all right, I'm sorry, Jay, bye. Hey, Conan, did you? Of course not. He
and
knows.
You know what's funny about all that whole story? It doesn't even matter in the long, because like I had this this crazy conversation where I said to him, "You just fucked me over. You didn't make a phone call to me," and I really poured my heart out to him. And I said, "Jay, this is why I'm upset with you." And then he goes, "Oh, okay. So we're friends now, right? Like the phone call itself should mean we're friends." I go, "No, we're not friends. Didn't you hear a word I fucking said? I said I think you're a jerk."
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a crazy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's doing well. Did it hurt your feelings at first when you guys were out of the job? Jay goes back to the Tonight Show. Did you sort of watch to see who would go on the show as a guest? Did you kind of say, gee, I wish people would be more loyal?
Yeah. I mean, not so much me, but I think that there were people that, and not Conan, but like people at work have kind of bitched about.
Like who went on there that really irked you? Do you remember? I mean, because I get like that too. I do. It's like, wow, gee, I wish they would have waited a while before they supported Jay. Like it would have been neat if they stayed off the show. I forget who Jay's first guest was.
You know what? I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember particularly because. But I do know like there were people that were kind of friendly with. But then you kind of got to go. But I remember there were people, but I don't remember who they were.
I bet you do.
No, I really don't.
You really don't?
I really honestly don't.
Because I would have watched that and gone,
you would never forget.
I would never say anything to them. I'd say, hey, okay, that's cool. I understand you got a show business career. I follow your reasoning for going on, but like maybe you could have waited a couple of months.
I can't think of anybody, but then you also got to answer yourself. You got to say, these people are promoting movies.
Right. They're not sitting caught up in all of this.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. And and as they shouldn't,
right.
Like, who gives a shit about who has what talk show? It's like...
Is it harder to book guests now that you're over at TBS? It's got to be a little more difficult.
A little bit, but I think... one thing that we do have going for us is that we do have a young show. Like,
right.
A lot of young people watch our show, and everybody likes that.
And TBS has got to be happy because I don't know what they had on there before.
They're thrilled.
Yeah, because
they had the George Lopez show.
Yeah, they had George.
That was the other
Are you guys outperforming the George Lopez show? You're doing better.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so
I mean, as far as I know, I honestly don't know. The ratings,
you don't look at the ratings?
I don't give a shit.
You don't.
What's that? What am I going to do?
Yeah, and wait,
we're down in women 17 to 12. I better, I don't know, start wearing Hannah Montana.
Well, for real, I mean, you're in the best position. Like, you get to be on the show every night, but you don't get pinned with, like, hey, Andy was the reason we went down in the ratings. You don't get that kind of pressure. And Conan lives with that.
I have, honestly, the best job in show business.
You do.
I
write for the show.
I write for the show, but I don't write in the way that I used to.
Right.
After the show's done, I go home.
You do?
I go home.
That's beautiful. How long is it? So how many days? How many hours do you spend a day in the office?
Well, it's only 4 days a week. Because we don't do on TBS does movies on. It's kind of like the people without HBO's HBO on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And that was always the way it was going to be, which was a very attractive going into it. I get to the office between 10 and 11, or like I'll get there earlier sometimes because I go to the gym there.
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you're doing great.
What do you do at the gym?
By the way, he gets a cup of coffee and talks to the trainer.
I take a gravy bath.
Right. What's going on with your weight? Have you put on a few since I last saw you? I haven't seen you in a while.
I probably have, but I don't know. I go up and down. But
you love your food.
I love my food. I do exercise. I'm not in bad shape.
Yeah, I mean, you're not obese or anything. I don't want to give people that impression.
Yeah,
but I mean, you put on a few.
I have been Baby Huey my entire life.
Have you ever? What's the lowest you ever got down to?
The lowest I ever got was when I came to work for Conan. I put on like 40 or 50 pounds from stress and being in that office for 16 hours a day.
Right.
And your only break being restaurant food. You
Right.
know, like ordering out restaurant food.
And you end up ordering all the fattening shit.
Oh, absolutely, because you're like, fuck this, I need
something
yeah.
big
I
here.
need a reward.
cheese.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because you feel like, wow, I need something to comfort me,
Yeah,
and I'm going to
yeah.
get sick if I don't eat something,
Right.
and it's like,
and
you're
you
crazy.
can't order a big boob to suckle from, so you order cheese instead.
Hey, mommy won't give you the boob anymore.
So I put on like 40 pounds, and it was scary how quickly
Right.
I put on all this weight. Because I've always, like I said, I've always been dumpy, and I got on a diet. I was going to the gym 4 days a week, and I got down. The lowest I could get was 220.
220. What do you weigh now?
I weigh like 270 now.
270.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not that tall. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were shorter than
That's
that.
what everybody thinks. I'm more to scale.
Hey, did George Lopez say that you guys did to him what Jay did to you?
I don't think he ever said that.
Because I didn't see it as the same situation.
No, I don't think he ever
Well,
said
here's
that.
what happened. When TBS decided to approach Conan, they asked George to put his show
Later.
back an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
And he agreed, I guess.
Yes.
Because he was like, well, at least I'm on.
Right. What does he care?
And also, too, got a really nice lead-in.
Yeah.
More so than what he was getting before.
Right.
That's true.
And he's not dumb. He knows the way it works, and it was better. It was good for him,
Right.
to have us as a lead-in, and then
You know what I noticed when you guys got the Tonight Show?
Yeah.
The first couple of shows, you were very tight. In other words, I sensed that you weren't in a comfort zone. And that's a funny thing to me.
the show or
The
me
Tonight
in
Show.
particular?
No, I'm talking about the whole show.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole show just seemed like it had stiffened up a little
Yeah,
bit. When you first
yeah.
got, everyone was viewing to see what Conan was going to do on Tonight Show. But it's so weird because what happens when you move from 12:30 to 11:30 that causes you to all of a sudden go, oh, fuck, there's a whole different, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's the same goddamn show.
It's people get in your ear about, like, you have to please old ladies.
Right, they go, it's
Yeah.
11:30 at
Yeah.
night, you better be...
There's a lot more old ladies.
Right,
You know,
yeah, it's a whole different thing, and Jay knew how to do it because he doesn't offend anyone. Was it wrong in the final analysis to move to Los Angeles? Did that affect the tightness? Maybe you should have just stayed in New York and done the show from New York and been
because
comfortable.
Then you're back onto the thing about booking guests.
I see. That was what the
I mean,
move
you
was.
know what it's like to book guests in New
Yeah,
York.
look, I have you here.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I was
yeah.
looking for Conan. I got you.
I'm no Val Kilmer.
Right. No, I'll take you any day over Val
Oh,
Kilmer.
thank you.
So it wasn't wrong to move to L.A.?
No.
It was the
No.
right move.
Absolutely. And I don't think that was ever even up for negotiation.
Do you miss New York at all?
I miss it. Yeah, I
Conan
really
doesn't.
miss
He acts like a Hollywood guy. That's it. He loves
he's
it.
total Hollywood.
He's total. He's
Yeah,
got
oh my
total
God,
Hollywood.
it's gross. I'm sick
Yeah.
of seeing his chest hair all the time.
You go over there on weekends and stuff? I mean, do you guys hang out ever with the families and everything?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. It's been a while, but it's been sort of like, especially with kids, it's when you get into the barbecue pool season, that's when you see everybody, and we're coming out of that.
Are you developing something like a game show or something? I read.
I was the host of one of the new pyramids. They were doing, like the 20
Easy money,
whatever.
right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But what happened? It was going into the spot on CBS where a soap opera had been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they went with The Talk instead. Les decided to do the show that his wife was on.
Les Moonves chose his wife over
It was
you.
Yeah, can
or
you
his
believe it?
wife.
You got no luck, dude.
I know. Let's see. My sexy wife, or do I give Fatty a game show?
She is sexy though. Julie Chen.
I like her a lot. I think she's got a real,
You got to hear this. I just went on The Talk. It's going to air Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm promoting America's Got Talent. So and by the way, I said I would not do the Tonight Show when I was promoting it.
Yeah.
I feel like, hey, were you pissed? I'll get back to Julie Chen in a minute, but were you pissed when Letterman made up with, like, Jay? Like, didn't that piss you off? That pissed me
that
off.
Super Bowl commercial?
Yeah. Did that piss you guys off?
Um...
Is Conan throwing things against the wall?
I don't think we were as pissed as Jimmy Kimmel was. I know
Jimmy and I hang out. We talk about Jay all the time.
Yeah. But no, it just because it's at this point, it's when these big people in show business where it's just kind of like, it really is like it's almost a mafia thing. Like as the bullet is going in, they're like, it's just business.
Well, yeah, I never understood this. It's just business.
I don't either. But what
that's
can
the
you
way
do?
it is.
It's the way it is.
People have tried to explain that to me, but I don't know.
If you look for people to disappoint you, you'll never be disappointed.
Getting back to Les's wife, though, this is a funny story. I do tell this on the talk on Thursday. I was with my wife at the time. She was my girlfriend, and I decided I was going to take her to 𝗛cie or something for her birthday. Like in other words, I was going to say, "Hey, honey, you go, you buy something you love."
Oh, I thought you just meant take her.
No.
Yeah.
I actually opened the wallet. I opened the wallet. I've been dating her long enough that I opened the wallet, and I said, "Hey, that'll be sexy. Like I'll sit there. She could have a pretty woman day. She'll walk in. All of a sudden, they'll treat her like a princess."
Right.
And, this was my idea of a gift. I thought that was exciting. So we go in, and at the time it was like Les was suing me and stuff, and like, or maybe it just finished, and we're sitting there. I'm sitting on the couch, and this hot woman comes out, and she's doing the pretty woman treatment too. She's trying on outfit after outfit, and she's parading around, and I mean, the woman had a body that wouldn't quit. And I'm saying, this is fantastic. I'm waiting for my wife, my girlfriend at the time, to come out in her outfits, but look at this chick with the black hair, and she got big titties, and she's putting on one sexier outfit after another. I look over on the couch. Les Moonves is sitting there, like, right next to me. It's Julie Chen, and I go, oh, my God, is she hot? I mean, it was like getting a fashion show from heaven.
Right.
I think I had a rod in my pants. Like, I'm not kidding.
Right.
And I was just like, wow, she's hot.
Right.
And I was on the talk the other day, and I brought this up. And
did you and Les then have like was it like a...
We both looked over at each other and went, yeah.
Like a sexy wife measuring contest?
Yeah, it was like, wow, life's good. And it was like, wow, can you believe this? I mean, wow. This is a moment. We jerked off together. In fact, if I'm going to be in full disclosure mode, I jerked him off, and then he jerked me off.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
With some of that good 𝗛cie lotion, probably.
But I turned to her during the talk, and I said to her, Julie, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I said, Les can't satisfy you. You're on fire. This was during the commercials.
Oh, really?
Well, she was moving around in her chair. They play like rock and roll music during the breaks.
Right, sure.
And Julie is bouncing up and down in her chair. And I said, you know what? She's the wild cheerleader. Les can't handle her. And I said to Sharon, there's no way Les can handle that. And she goes, yeah, you're right. And I go, and then I said, and Julie goes, what are you two talking about? I go, I'm talking about how Les can't handle you. She goes, oh, no, he's great in bed. I go, no, he's not. There's no fucking way he knows what to do with you. And then Sharon goes,
he's great.
So Sharon goes, what are you implying? That you're the guy who can handle it? I go, yeah. Yeah, I can handle it. This is what goes on with me.
Right.
So you're happy. You're on the Conan show.
Yeah.
You're doing here and there. They give you a game show, whatever it is, you'll do it.
Yeah, well, we're...
You know what I found out? You got your break on the Conan show. You got hired because of Bob Smigel, the guy who does Triumph, the dog.
Well, he definitely recommended me. I knew Robert because a friend of mine from Chicago that I had started with was working on SNL.
Oh.
And when I was in L.A. one summer, Robert went out there to write the stillborn Hans and Franz movie.
Oh.
And he was out there.
Did that ever get made?
No, because...
I think that might have been funny.
It didn't get made because the Last Action Hero was such a huge flop.
Yeah.
That Arnold Schwarzenegger decided, I can no longer make fun of my own image.
I see.
So I can't, it's like...
So Hans and Franz got killed.
Yeah, because that was
a funny
the problem.
sketch.
It wasn't the fact that the movie was shitty. It was,
poor Hans and Franz.
Yeah. So I met Robert and hung out there, and then...
he's a big talent.
Yeah, oh my God, he's fantastic.
What's he do these days?
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time.
He just...
Do you guys have Triumph on anymore? You can't own him.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But, Robert's busy with his own projects. I know he writes a lot of screenplays now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do they get made, or is he one of those guys that just never gets...
He does a lot of stuff with Sandler, I think. He does a lot of work with Sandler. And I think he's always, selling shows and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But he's here. He's got a family and kids, that take up a lot of his time.
And what's doing with your wife?
She is mad at me because we got a puppy and I came to New York.
Right. And now she's
So
taking
you
care of it.
abandoned her with
I
the puppy.
abandoned her with the puppy. She's on
What does
Twitter.
she do? Is she an actress or something?
She's an actress and a writer. She wrote a book a few years ago when she tried to write another book, but the book market is so shitty right now. If you're not.
Does she act anywhere that I know? Where is she on?
She was on a show called Strangers with Candy on Comedy Central. She had a recurring role on that. That was on, Amy Sedaris.
Yeah.
That was a TV show that she had.
How's the marriage going? Everything all right?
It's going great.
We never read any scandal.
Aside from
with it. You don't bang any of the guests or
No
anything?
paparazzi chase you.
No paparazzi.
Does that bother you? Do you feel that paparazzi? Do you want to tell the paparazzi to chase you?
No. There was one time on Robertson Boulevard in L.A., which is like where there's it's like boutiques where Paris Hilton goes shopping.
Right.
And if you go down there, there's always paparazzi. You see them just standing around with their cameras.
Yeah.
I walked by there one time. I think I was meeting somebody for lunch. I walked by a big crowd of photographers just standing around, obviously waiting for somebody to come out of a boutique. Because they'll call and say...
Right, I'm in a boutique.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan's buying bras or whatever.
Right.
And I walked by all these photographers, and I kind of think like, oh, here we go. I'm going to get my picture taken. and one of the photographers goes, without raising his camera, goes, "Hey, Andy, what's up?"
That's terrible.
How you doing?
That's worse than them not knowing who you are.
I hate to admit this, but you were at Jimmy Kimmel's party.
Yes.
I had no idea.
I was glad that you noticed, and
Could I tell you something?
Yeah.
And this is the truth. I didn't know. Here's what happened. We were at the party.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy, now that I think back on it, that looked like you.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you, but I didn't know it was you. I didn't. You know, you're like, when you see your school teacher outside of a showbiz
No, I know exactly what you mean.
I didn't know Andy was coming, so I don't know. But I left and I went. Someone said to me, Andy Richter was at the party. I go, where was Andy Richter? I love that guy. How come he didn't say hello? And then I'm thinking about it. I go, I saw him, and I think our eyes locked.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who it was. I just thought it was one of Jimmy's friends or something. I didn't know.
I tried to say hi, but you were always,
You know what? In a way, thank God you didn't, because
he would have blown you off.
I would have said I would have known who you were.
Yeah.
There's something weird about you.
I would have.
I notice I threw it off me. I know Andy all these years. It's his fault that I don't recognize him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, did you notice?
Why don't you get a memorable face, asshole?
Yeah. What's wrong with you? You look like every other guy. You know what it is? Did you notice everyone at the party was wearing name bands, like name tags? That was for me, because I said to Jimmy, I don't recognize a lot of the people at the party. You know what I mean?
I had one. I think I had one on that said Andy.
Yeah, but you were far away.
I think I wrote it like
but it should said Andy Richter.
really retarded script.
There's a lot of Andys.
Yeah.
Did you make your own name tag?
I did, and I did like draw it like a child would draw it, just because I thought it was so funny to walk around.
So I apologize. I would have loved to have hung out with you.
Hopefully I'll make the next one. But
did you have fun? Well, I told Jimmy to take you off the list.
We had fun, and in fact, we had so much fun that. We had to leave early because my wife got so drunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think she had a couple shots of Johnny Knoxville's moonshine.
Oh no, he was there with the moonshine.
That's his thing. That's his thing.
And it was one of those. It was one of those things where, when you're with your spouse, and they at a party, and you don't really notice it, and then all of a sudden they say something, and you're like, holy shit, you're fucked up. It was because we hadn't been there that long.
Yeah.
And I think because she's such a fan, I think she was kind of nervous and excited.
She was probably excited. She's sharing moonshine with Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, they get caught up. Yeah, my wife did that too with the Johnny Knoxville. I go, what are you drinking some shit from? That's the guy who
knows where that came
from. Who sticks shit up his ass to get laughs. I go, you don't know where he got that stuff. That bottle could have been up his ass.
Yeah. Well, he probably called her ma'am.
Yeah.
He always calls women ma'am.
It's so here's this total degenerate, Johnny Knoxville, and he's so polite in person. It's so great.
Yes, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, listen, it's great seeing you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Maybe
I'm such
you'll
a fan.
recognize him the next time.
Let me take a good look at you.
I'm not hoping for much.
Say hi to Conan for me.
I will.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
And Robin, I hope everything goes. I'm sorry about your travails.
Yeah.
Oh, she better be all right. I'm not doing this show by myself.
Right.
I mean, I've had it with her.
Well, maybe Fred could fucking talk every now and then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You try and get him to talk. Fred, he's not even here, I don't think.
Is he gone?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you, oh, yeah,
Oh,
I thought he died.
When I'm being insulted, I kind of like slink off.
Yeah, Fred, try to speak up.
It's not an insult to say I want to
No, not you, not
hear
you.
your voice.
No, he means us.
Oh,
Yeah, my friends. You know the ones that ignore you when you're at a party?
right, exactly.
It's too much. All right, listen. Andy Richter is on Conan O'Brien show.
Conan.
Conan.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Conan.
Conan.
And also Madagascar 3.
Do you ever watch? Oh, you
I'm
are
doing a
doing it.
voice in Madagascar 3.
Yeah, how do I
the
get?
same
That's
one.
got to be easy money, right? It's
Oh my
cartoon
God,
voice.
it's the best.
How many days do you work on something like that? Why doesn't anybody? I can do voices. Hey, how you doing? This is Madagascar.
Sounds like Jay
That sounds
Leno.
like
Let's
Jay
get
Leno.
him.
Well, let me do a different voice then.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? This is Alvin and the Chipmunks.
What a catalog of voices you have.
I do everything.
Yeah,
I do everyone. I used to be an impressionist, like 17 years. I gave it all up.
Hey,
It's too
everybody,
easy.
it's me. It's Jimmy Carter.
Hey, this is Jimmy Carter. I used to be the president of the United States. I'm not kidding. With really good accent. I should have won second term. What, am I Nixon?
Sure.
Hey, this is Richard Nixon. No, but do you get paid a lot of dough for that?
Yeah, I mean, considering it's nothing.
And it's
nothing
nothing.
work.
Do you work with the other guys in the cartoon, or do you go into a studio
Going
by
alone.
yourself?
Almost never. I think,
Yeah.
like the four main animals in it, which is Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett, and David Schwimmer, they may occasionally do stuff, but I don't even think so. I mean, Chris told me, like, one time they came to him and, like, recorded him in a hotel room.
Do you actually study your animal? Like, do you go to the zoo?
Did you
and-
develop a character?
What is your animal?
I play a lemur, a little tiny, like, cute little lemur.
Hey, I'm a lemur. Look at me. I can do that. I want to be a lemur. Yeah.
On the first press junket for the first movie,
Yeah.
they had us on a panel, like, in this hotel ballroom, and these reporters were asking questions. And they asked Jada Pinkett Smith, like, did you ask your husband about your character and tell us about your character? And she went into this long talk about who this, and it's a hippo. It's like a sassy hippo.
Yeah.
And she's like, she goes into this long thing about the character and how she really, Gloria, and how Gloria is this and Gloria is that.
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting there just listening, and then the guy goes, and how about you, Andy? How did and I went, and I
lived with a family.
nothing.
I lived with a family of lemurs for a week.
I didn't want to be a dick, but I had no choice but to say, they showed me a picture, and I just did a voice.
What is your lemur voice? Can you do a little?
It's like this. It's actually a ripoff of Robert. Robert Smigel has the theory that all dogs speak with the same accent,
Right.
which is Triumph.
Yeah, and
It's
that's, what
all
is
like,
that? A Mexican or something?
Who knows?
Yeah,
it's
who
just
knows?
what he decided. And
Because he talks like this.
yeah, he talks like this, and it sometimes sounds French, sometimes sounds Russian.
Right. So what is your voice?
This is just, it's a very high voice, and it's lots of screaming, like,
Do you feel
like you.
Do you feel really stupid doing that? Like when you first walk in and you go, like, do you think, well, maybe I should just use my regular voice?
No.
No.
In fact, they're now getting away from it because I've done a lot of animation voices, and they will say frequently when you go in to read for something, it's a fucking cartoon. You're playing like a rabbit, and they'll say, but don't make it cartoony. Like, what the
Keep it
What does
real.
that
Yeah,
mean?
keep it real. What the fuck?
I'm a talking lemur, and I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah.
How many talking lemurs do you know?
All through your life, you got to keep it real. You get a chance
meanwhile-
to be a cartoon rabbit.
Keep it real means sort of like underplay it, but if you underplay it, they'll cut you right out of
Yeah,
the
no
fucking
shit,
movie.
no shit.
They want
So-
somebody who really pops.
That's right. You got to make a character.
Yeah.
It's got to stand out.
Why not? Yeah.
Let me try that lemur thing. Hey. I don't know. It keeps turning into Jay.
There's the key to you also is like a terrible underbite.
Yeah, you gotta go like this. That's right. What's wrong with that? I don't understand. That's right. Yeah. Conan, fuck him. That's right. We're gonna take over the Tonight Show. Wow, you're a lemur.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I've always wanted to ask this question.
Go ahead.
I'm seeing the Sibian parts.
Yeah. Well, we're using it today for the World's Strongest Naked Woman contest, which is coming up next.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so mad I have to go to the upfront.
Fuck the upfronts, man.
But why can't you have insertion?
Because there are certain lines that the company here at Satellite and also on our on-demand, Comcast owns that.
Right.
There's certain lines they don't want to. They don't want to be full
we're not hardcore.
We're not hardcore pornography where you're like.
And why is that? Like, it's because you could pay more. You have to pay more money, or
you want to
something.
know the truth? I don't know. No, not sue you, but I don't even know that I want to. Cross that line. Like at some point, it's like.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what am I doing here?
Yeah, but what's the difference between sitting on like a bristly rubber pad and having a giant dildo go in their vagina?
Ask that to like a virgin. You know what I mean? It's the difference between.
Fred.
Fred will answer that. I mean, it's the same thing. Why can't a peanut have an erection?
Right.
You know, it's just like erections and things going into women.
And because you just feel it just feels wrong. Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with like you Hefner showing pictures. I don't have a problem with a woman coming on here naked.
Right.
And all. I think that please give me a break. Who cares?
Right.
And if you're having some fun, great. That's good fun. But like once you start having like full blown out porno and you're
right.
I don't know. I mean,
there have been a couple of episodes where we're like, oh my God,
right.
Should she really be doing that?
Yeah, and I mean, like, and then I go, like, shit, I got daughters and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
somebody this
weird.
Porn star just made things dirty.
Yeah, right. Like at some point,
how dare she?
Well, at some point it's fun, and then it starts to get really dark.
Right.
And we're like,
in my mind, there's a line,
do we want to be a part of this?
You want to have fun, have a chick vomit on a naked guy.
There you go. That we can deal with.
You want to get dark? Intercourse. I don't know. There's some sort of plan I have.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's crazy plan.
Years ago, one of the groups that I performed with had a lot of the guys in the company were gay.
Right.
And so frequently after shows, especially like when we came to New York with a bunch of those guys, I would go to gay bars with them, but just like with them and a bunch of girls and play pool and stuff. And there definitely would come that point in the evening where it's like, okay, time for me to go.
Yes.
What was the point? What was going down?
It was like when the videos changed from dance videos to just, I remember at one point, I was shooting pool and I finished my pool shot and turned, and right next to me, just a giant screen of just a cock in an asshole. Just jackhammering.
So you get it.
Yeah. And I was kind of like, albeit, this video is albeit interesting, it's probably time for me to, say goodbye.
Things are amping up into a whole new direction.
Right.
All right. I understand that. I love talking to you, Andy. It's always fun to see you.
It's great to be here.
And hello. Yes. Hi.
Sorry. Not a lot of teasing went on towards you.
No.
I mean, you guys bonded over Jay.
I did. I bitched about Jay as much as I could just to keep it off of me.
It wasn't bitching. It was more like you put it. You're venting about something that happened to you that was put on you. You're reacting to your life much the same as Howard does every day on the air.
Yes. I hope so. I hope it doesn't come off as, and that's why I wanted to say, because I hate it when people say, like, why don't you move past it? It's like, well, people ask about it. What are they going to ask me about, like, the different routes that I drive my daughter to school? Like, there's only so many interesting topics about me.
Right.
So.
And when monumental things happen to you and to Conan, I mean, you have to react to it. I mean, it's impossible not to.
Right.
What do you love about Howard's perspective on Jay? I mean, there's a very shared...
It's consistent. He can, which is a way of saying he holds a grudge very well. No, I think it's there's so much about what's great about Howard is in the business of bullshit, he's pretty honest. He's and there's nobody's honest anywhere. So he can say I have a problem with somebody and then continue to say it.
And you and Conan align with that way of thinking. Are you guys? I know you're a fan. Does Conan listen? Does the staff at your show listen?
Conan listens. He got satellite a little while ago, and he does listen occasionally. I do know because he'll tell me, like, I heard Stern today. But he mostly listens to music,
But there's definitely a mutual love between the Conan O'Brien show and the Howard Stern show.
I hope so.
I can feel it.
I hope so. Good.
Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're always a gentleman when you come down here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What the audience wants to hear. Football season is here. We've got a football pool starting. We were discussing Artie taking on 2 or 3 other people. We've done it in the past. Artie went up against Daniel Carver and lost.
Always loses. Didn't he lose to everybody, including a chicken?
I lost to a chicken and a monkey, as well as Daniel Carver.
Now, this is a $25,000 prize, so it's a big prize. And I wrote down a bunch of names of people that Artie could potentially go against.
All right.
I was thinking a funny choice might be Jeff the Vomit Guy.
Oh.
I think, Artie, I think that the Jets are going to win.
Call me crazy, but I like the Vikings.
All right, let me give you my names here. We could take someone from the audience. You know, that would be something. Elegant Elliott-Offen.
Oh.
I think that might be good.
I don't think that'll last. He'll never make it. What is it, 16 weeks?
I like the Bengals.
The new Bigfoot.
Oh.
He's always good.
It's Cincinnati, it is.
John the Stutterer. You know, he's always good for a while. I was thinking Crazy Alice would be good.
That's a great idea.
Against Artie? Oh, she would love that.
And I'm sure Alice would like a shot at winning 25 years.
Sure.
Fuck you.
Who else do I have down here? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Crazy Alice, Jeff the Vomit Guy, and Elegant Elliott-Offen.
Yeah, I think he should go up against old Whack Packers. How about that?
Whack Packers versus Artie?
Yeah.
The Crazy Alice thing's great.
I love Crazy Alice in the mix.
All right, so here's what we got. Crazy Alice. You want Elegant Elliott?
Dick, don't you?
If he can, I don't know that he'll last the whole time.
So what? Then he loses.
Let's try him, and then the new Bigfoot.
All right. And the new Bigfoot you want?
Yeah.
What about Jeff the Vomit Guy?
I can't stand him.
You can't stand him.
You'd have to make that choice without me.
Right. Daniel Carver I can't go with again because he won and it was despicable to give him all that money.
Right. How about, what's our other Whack Packer's name?
Well, I got
Jeff the Bagger.
Mark the Bagger.
Mark the Bagger.
Mark the Bagger wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Hey, the only reason why we didn't put him on the list is because he's very difficult to get a hold of.
What about Beetlejuice?
Beetle,
I don't know.
You know what? I wasn't sure if you mentioned we're playing for $25,000.
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
25,000.
Artie gets to keep 25 G's, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
Unless you want to have Artie play for a fan.
I could give it to charity if you want. I don't care.
Give it to one of our fans.
Yeah.
If you're going to give it to
All
someone.
right. I'll play for a fan then.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
that's
that means nobody's getting the money on the audience.
How do we decide who you're playing for? Why don't you play for Wheels?
All right, that's a good
Who's
idea.
Wheels?
Wheels is the guy that calls the wrap-up show every day who's quadriplegic or paraplegic?
He's a quad, and I just met him at one of my
But
gigs.
he's already got a great life.
Right.
He gets to sit all day.
You know what I mean? Well, he gets to sit all day. He probably gets supported by Social Security.
That's a good question. Is Wheels a guy who got money from getting hurt?
I don't know.
He might not need money.
What does a
Money
guy
might
like
not-
Wheels need money for? Is he getting laid? No. Is he drinking?
Does
Probably.
he need to dress nicely?
No.
All right.
Money might not be an issue in Wheels' life. If it is, I would give it to him.
Does he need one of those tricked out cars so he can drive?
Yeah.
Those cars are like $100,000.
I know.
Wheels implies he already has a set of wheels.
Who's
Well,
a perfect?
I think that's a wheelchair.
Well, still, it's Wheels.
Who's a perfect guy to play for that we know that?
I actually don't know Wheels. Maybe he is a good candidate. Why don't you look at? Let's get a couple of.
Do we have any hard luck stories?
We got a couple of hard looks. We'll look at some of those.
Yeah, let's read the hardest luck story on the air, and then let Artie play for them.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, Wheels might be Donald Trump for all I know.
Well, a lot of guys
Artie's playing for Donald Trump.
Yeah, Wheels Trump.
A lot of guys, if they have an accident, they usually get a settlement. You know, I don't know what happened with his situation, but
So, all right, check into that. It's going to be Artie versus Elegant Elliott-Offen, Crazy Alice,
The new Bigfoot.
the new Bigfoot.
And I might remind you that everybody got mad at me for losing to Daniel Carver, and no one got mad at the chicken, who also lost to him.
Sanders.
Oh, the chicken's dead. So don't think he got off easy.
I wanted to eat the chicken as a bit, but you guys wouldn't let me.
That poor chicken. That chicken was living in Will and Jason's apartment, and it was great. We found the chicken in like one of those Chinese, like down in Chinatown. It was about to be slaughtered. You know, it was a $5 chicken that some China woman's going to buy and just to eat. And we found it. We fed it. It lived with Jason and Will.
Got huge, that chicken.
It would peck out the bets that it would take. I think we should have some animal play. I just thought of something, though, too.
What?
You know who Artie should bet against?
Who?
It's the obvious. Dana.
Oh.
What? No, that's not happening.
What?
That's not happening.
You versus Dana.
No.
Your ex.
She'll have all the firemen helping her with her picks.
No.
Are you still broken up? This is day 2.
No, that's not happening. I'm not talking to her every day.
Once a week.
Exactly.
Why would I put myself through that torture?
What's the over-under that you're talking to her, at least between now and Sunday?
I don't know. I think it's pretty done this time.
Yeah, it's done, huh?
I would think
How come
so.
you're so convinced this time?
No, it's just, you know, I just have a feeling.
How do you know? Last time you had a feeling.
I don't know. I'm not basing it on anything. I just think it's probably done.
If she calls, you'll take the call.
I guess, but I don't think she's calling.
Artie, it's Dana. Pick up, please. I just want to say one thing. I know we're broken up. I understand that. I just need to tell you something. Good luck with Beer League.
Oh, Day. It's so sweet that you wish me luck with the Beer League. Artie likes Beer League.
I love this impression.
Oh, Day.
Sounds like a Scruff the dog or something.
Artie, I miss you. I know we have our differences. But I do want you to do well at Beer League.
Oh, Day, would you accompany me to Beer League?
Did she come to the set of Beer League?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
Well, it was in the summer.
Yes,
So.
my Artie was the star. I wanted to see him in his full glory. Artie, why won't you bet me? Why won't you go up against me in football picks?
God forbid I lose that.
You will lose. You're a loser. I'm a winner. I'm Dana. I have a dog. I have a family. I have a home. Men are interested in me. Bet me, Artie. Art.
Yeah, Day.
She's not still the bartender at your favorite place, is she?
No.
Oh, so you can go back there.
We're so romantic when I met Artie. He was a raging alcoholic.
You got to bet Dana.
No.
Wouldn't you like to see her have $25,000?
No.
She can use it.
Why do you keep $25,000 from Dana?
I'd rather give it to Wheels.
Well, if you win, Wheels gets it.
Right.
And if Dana wins,
She gets it.
she gets it.
She don't need it.
She needs 25 G. She's a teacher's
She's
salary.
a
That's not
school
fair.
Teacher. She wants to open her business.
She'll be fine.
Artie, please. What, did you give her money or something?
No, I'm saying she'll be fine.
Artie, please let me make the $25,000. It would mean a lot to me. I'm Dana. We made love for 4.5 years. Don't keep it.
Tough shit.
Artie.
You already won, lady.
I did? What did I win?
You had Artie Lang for 4 years.
Thank you, Artie. I miss you.
Good luck.
I love you. Even though we can't be together, I love you.
You know you're going to be great.
I'm giving 25 grand to Wheels.
A teacher's salary is hard to get by on. Please.
That's why I'm not a teacher.
Great for me to start my business.
My dog grooming business, Artie. I'm a regular girl, not like those sluts that you are interested
Those
in.
whores.
Those whores.
Yeah. I'd rather give the 25 grand to a whore.
How about you versus a whore?
Versus a whore.
That would be funny. Go find that hooker that
Artie against two whores.
Find that hooker that beat me for the 500. As long as they put up sex.
Artie, consider betting against Dana.
No.
It's for the good of the show.
No, I don't know. I don't care.
Artie.
I'm not doing it.
Come on. It's a great bit. Dana would come on.
I am not doing it.
You couldn't just talk for 2 seconds?
No. No, I'm not
She's
doing
just going to, you don't even have to talk to her. She's just going to call in and give her pics.
Something must have happened. His mom must have had a talk with him about how like, he
Really?
needs to protect himself.
it.
and not talk to
Nobody
Dana.
had to talk with
Why
me.
would you think his mother did that?
His mother talks to him about everything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wrong. No, I'm not doing that. I'd rather bet against a whore. As long as the whore puts up sex.
There's an
What if the hooker puts up like 25 grand worth of fucking blowjobs?
Whoa. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
When do you get back in the saddle if this is official that you've broken up with Day?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't have anything marked on the calendar.
Yeah. Got to get laid, man. When's the last time? A couple of weeks now.
About a month.
Are you like spending a lot on cable?
No, actually.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just watching like baseball games and working.
So if you won't bet Dana, does that mean our dial-a-date with Dana is off too?
Yes.
Why?
Our next guest is Dana, who's looking for a new man.
Unless if you don't want me in the studio, that's fine.
All right, let's go to. I don't know what the final persons or
It
person.
should be for. I'll play for Wheels.
All right, you're playing for Wheels. Wheels, Artie's going to play for you when we figure this all out. Lisa G's here with headlines. Lisa, come on in and tell us what's going on at the Howard 100 newsroom. Yes, Howard 100 News working tirelessly and with much effort to bring you all Howard News all the time.
I wonder if a hooker would put up 25 grand worth of sex. Like, I wonder how much. Why not? A legal hooker, if we call Nevada.
A legal hooker.
Yeah. They have them in Nevada.
I don't know the answer to that, but Lisa G has the answers to what's going on in the newsroom.
All right. It's only 1 week away, the official red carpet premiere of Artie Lange's Beer League.
I like that it's Artie Lange's Beer League.
Yeah, it's thrilling.
I read a review.
Oh, yeah?
Where?
Variety.com.
Yeah, well, we
What'd
read
they
that.
say?
We read that on the air as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't
must
remember
have
what they
missed
said.
It was
I thought
good.
I thought it was
good.
positive.
Yeah, it was a positive review, yeah.
Said the fans will love it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right, pretty much?
Yeah, we read that on the air. They were very nice. That was, like, actually surprising because they were very snobby.
Let's take bets around the room. Robin, will Dana be at the premiere? Yes or no?
Jeez, I want to say yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Fred, what do you say?
No.
Well, I have control over this, so I'll make sure of whatever way I
Lisa, what
bet.
do you say?
Yes, she will be.
And I say the answer is, of course she'll be there.
All right.
No.
Absolutely.
How much? You want to bet me?
Is it because she's sneaking in? Is it because it's an old invitation?
She will be there because they
Invites
will be
to-
back together. Dana
She will be Artie's date?
Dana will make a call sometime before the premiere, wishing him good luck, and Artie will melt, and that will be it.
Then I have a question.
You want to bet me directly?
Will Artie be?
Because then you would not do it.
$1,000.
I have a question. Will
Yeah.
Artie be speaking to the audience at the premiere,
Yes.
before it
Real
starts?
quick.
Of course.
real quick,
Okay,
yeah.
so then will Dana show up by his side?
No,
As
not
he's-
by his side, but she'll be
Will
there
he
in
call
the
attention
audience.
to her?
Dana will be there. And yes, he will call attention to her.
Oh, it is Day. Hi. Sorry about
I just want to say hi to Day.
Sorry
Howard
about
said,
the fuck you, bitch. Hope you die in hell.
Have a few
I never
thank
said
you.
that. Let bygones be bygones.
I do want her to be very happy, but she won't be at the premiere. That'll be a Polish stripper that I met.
Now everybody's going to think Dana's a Polish stripper.
No.
All right, if Dana doesn't go, will Artie bring a date? Robin,
No.
yes or no? No.
He'll bring his mother.
Let's go to Fred.
My mother's going by herself.
No, the sister will be the date.
The answer is no. Artie will not have a date.
You don't
Really?
think he'll even walk the red carpet with his mom?
I have a consideration. I'll be walking the red carpet with a bunch of people for photo ops. Me, my mom,
I
Norm
can't wait for the premiere.
Norm MacDonald.
Hey, Artie.
Yeah.
I would love
Where's
it if
Day?
what if Dana shows up? What are the odds, Robin? Yes or no?
Yes.
Will Dana show up with a date?
I don't know how that's possible.
What do you mean you don't know how that's possible?
What if she goes and she gets a ticket and she brings a man?
She can't get a
that would
ticket.
be the best.
Maybe her boyfriend already has a ticket.
We're sold out.
He got one. You didn't know they were dating.
He'll be escorted out by several of my New Jersey friends.
I say Dana will be there. That is my prediction, and my prediction is always right.
All right.
All right.
You know, I spoke to a relationship expert yesterday
Oh, good.
Artie's thrilled.
about Artie and Dana.
Go ahead.
And they have this addictive relationship. And that's why it's...
Artie an addict?
Yeah,
You're kidding.
I'm a dick.
Well, it takes two to tango. Someone is always picking up the phone rather than...
Have you ever seen Artie tango? I have. In his case, it takes one to tango. No, Artie will be there with Dana. I guarantee it.
All right.
Let's see if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
Well, he's going to work very hard to make you wrong.
Oh, I can't wait to make
Well,
it
Work as hard as he wants.
She also said that he is not the guy to have a committed relationship with right now.
The relationship expert said that.
Yes.
Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
Well, he has a hard time balancing work and a committed, healthy relationship.
Yes.
That his comfort zone is work.
Right. Right now, he doesn't seem so comfortable.
Yeah.
I have a hard
Is she sure about that?
I have a hard time balancing myself.
Wow, look at
What
that.
happened?
Yeah, some
I think a
light.
light just popped.
Oh.
A light
It's God,
just
he's pissed off.
I
You're
thought
busting my
Artie was
balls.
shooting at you.
And part two of the story is who is getting a ticket to go in to see your movie.
Who?
Well, I have tickets to give away here on the show, so I will give away some Artie tickets.
And Artie, I think, has some tickets.
You mean as far as what? Who's at work?
VIPs, the whole,
VIPs.
Right.
We're working on getting Norm MacDonald there.
I'm giving away tickets to friends and family.
You got any VIPs?
Norm MacDonald.
She's talking about these. She saw me handing out these invitations.
What are
Oh,
those?
really?
These are just invitations to the premiere. that I'm giving to people at work.
This is too much pressure for Artie. I know he's going to
hate this. It's like running a fucking wedding.
Oh.
Who's not invited?
Uh-oh, here we go again.
Oh.
I knew that was coming. Well, we'll be on the red
Well, there's
carpet.
not enough people. There's not enough, seats to invite
Lisa
everybody.
G you got to have.
But
Well, she'll be working the red carpet.
I had to make a couple of cuts at work that were very sort of
Who'd you cut out?
hard to make.
I didn't know this was going on.
Because I
cut out.
JD can't.
Why am I not
You're
invited?
kidding.
Are you serious?
At JD?
There's not
Artie,
one,
look at me. Are you kidding?
There's not one seat left for him.
Whoa, JD.
My goodness.
You see the kid every day.
But,
You're gonna let strangers go and not JD?
What strangers?
People you were giving tickets away to.
Well, they're fans. It's a giveaway.
Yeah, but I mean JD. JD got cut off. Who else got cut out?
That's it. That's
JD.
That's the only people.
Is Richard invited?
Yes.
Sal.
Ronnie
Scott
the limo
the
driver.
engineer?
Ronnie the limo driver.
Scott the engineer.
Scott the engineer.
Wow.
And JD can't go.
Well, I could probably squeeze him in.
Will and Jason are going.
There had to be somebody.
John Hine.
I love that JD's the cutoff.
I know.
Imagine you're
How did he get cut off?
I'm gonna make a movie called The Cutoff.
And I love JD. But
JD, you could sit on my lap.
you know what? I'm not going to sit down, so he could have my fucking seat.
You're gonna sit down.
No, I've never.
Dana's not gonna sit there by herself.
I've never. Yes, she is.
JD, you're the cutoff guy.
You know what? I'm actually honored to be the Scott engineer of the beer league.
You'll get in. I'll get
beer
you.
league.
Nah, you can't go. Artie says no. I gotta help Artie with
He
this.
can go now.
Let me talk to you. You're not going.
I could only. What happened was the other issue was who do I invite with a guest? There had to be a cutoff there.
Uh-huh. And who did you
So obviously
deny guests to?
Howard, Robin, Fred, and Benji and Gary I invited all with guests.
Okay.
So
Right.
that means that
Everybody else is a solo.
Yes.
Is it weird when you find out that you're the guy who can't go to beer league? Like everyone's going. With you?
You know, I sort of keep my my expectations low. So, you know, I don't like to, you know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
He was on the wrap-up show yesterday, and he's
I can listen to
extraordinary.
him. I can listen to him all day.
He's extraordinary.
He has no command of the English language.
And you know what he does? He mocks out other callers for being dull. Like he'll just say, "Thanks for adding to the excitement, dude."
What?
Yesterday, he ended the wrap-up show. I don't know how you guys got along without me.
Right. Yeah, he does.
What is it like?
That was
serious,
it.
I mean, serious. Cut out all the bullshit. When you find out that every worker here, everyone, is going to Artie's premiere,
All your buddies.
and you're the one guy Artie had it. Like he sat down and went, "No."
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
No,
you don't know how that makes you feel? Be honest.
No, I am being honest.
You got to feel like a huge loser.
Are you
you know what? I honestly feel like that, you know, before that.
Ralph is going.
I mean, even Ralph.
Is going.
I don't know. I don't usually.
Hey.
Me and Artie don't really have like that much interaction, you know, day to day.
Well, how much interaction?
I used to buy a McDonald's all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, but
How much interaction though does Artie have with like
Ralph?
Dude, I don't know.
Zero.
Zero.
Why is he invited?
I can get you in, man.
No way, Artie. Why is
I'm
Ralph?
just doing this so we'll talk about it later.
All right, so you will. Okay, so you will have JD. Great. Okay, that's good if that's what comes out of it. But like at some point, you sat down and said, "Okay, I got to cut some
Yes,
people." I've been in that
conversation. What did happen?
Right.
But wait a minute. Did you invite any of the E crew?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Scott the Pace and Doug and Git, they're all...
You just don't like JD.
No. I love JD, but they're friends of mine. They were close friends, you know.
Is Dan the song parody man invited?
No, he's not.
Okay, all right. I'm feeling all right now.
Dan's not. That was another cut I didn't want to make.
Well, there
I'd
you
love
go.
to have Dan there, and I could get JD there.
All right, JD.
I'll make sure that happens.
Artie's rethinking his. thoughts.
Like, in other words, well, here's the thing. Like, I invited people that I'm sure are going to say no.
Scott, the engineer, was invited alone?
Yes, unfortunately. I mean, it's not like a wedding. If it was a matter of writing a bigger check.
I can't believe Artie doesn't realize I'm a married man.
I think I'm doing some people favors by inviting them along.
Yeah.
But if it was a wedding...
Ronnie's invited alone?
Ronnie had to be invited alone.
There is no wedding, my friend.
I'm saying if it was... Right, exactly. And it was a matter of writing a bigger check, like a party, that's one thing. But this is limited seats. I had no choice.
All right, fair enough, JD. You are the man who was out in the cold, and that's
But I
just the way
know
it is.
2 people are going to say no. I'm almost guaranteeing it.
Who's that?
I invited Mel and his wife out of courtesy. I doubt he's going to go.
All right, JD, maybe you could sit in Mel's seat.
Yeah.
He might be a big Ralph Macchio fan. You never know.
Also Scott Greenstein and his wife.
All right, he won't go.
Who might not go.
He's very busy.
The big issue was, the big discussion why JD really got crowbarred out of it was I was thinking about whether or not to invite Ross with his wife.
And did you?
But I decided that I know Melissa very well, and I said, you should invite Ross and Melissa. So Melissa inked out JD. But I'm sure there's going to be extras. I guarantee Mel is. That's a courtesy thing. You can have Mel Karmazin see.
Well, I don't know. Mel is very excited about being
I'm sure he is.
He's been talking about it.
Yeah, he's been talking to me about it a lot.
I got a feeling Norm's going to be a no-show too.
Well, JD, congratulations. You were the one guy left off Artie's list in the entire corporation.
I have another question. Is Stuttering John invited?
No, he's in L.A. and I didn't even think
know
about
whether
it.
you extended the invitation. Or
No, I didn't.
You should have invited me.
Who's your biggest champion?
John, I know, has a movie, He wrote a film that he says it came out in the casting breakdowns. He always wanted me to play his best friend in this movie, but he never brought the script in. For 4 years, I go, where's the script? He goes, I have it at home. I'll bring it. He never brought it in.
So did you finally see it?
I think, no, I never saw it, but I think a buddy of mine told me he saw in the casting breakdowns, like, audition for Stuttering John, or, John Melendez's movie. So I don't know where they're at. They're casting it.
I hope Ralph Macchio shows up at the premiere.
Ralph is guaranteed he'd come. He's excited to meet you.
Oh, very, very good.
I've never met his wife, actually, so it'll be fun to meet her.
Well, let's hope she's hot.
Are all the cast of the movie going to be there?
They've all pretty much ours. Laurie Metcalf's coming. Seymour Cassell is a real great older character actor. You'll recognize him from a million things.
Fabulous. You got everyone to show up who's in the movie. I like that.
Cara Buono, the hot chick who plays my girlfriend from The Sopranos, she's coming.
Thank you, Lisa G. And by the way, just for your edification, Scott the engineer is already bitching about that he can't bring a wife.
I knew it.
Is he really? That's unbelievable.
This is a guy you got into. He didn't pay a dime to stay at the Borgata.
I love his wife, Robin, but this was a limited thing, and I go, what am I going to do? Invite his wife without Ronnie's wife? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, Scott, tell the truth. Come on, everyone says it.
I was just joking. I'm insulted, but I actually know somebody that can get me an extra ticket.
Are you really insulted?
Hello, Double A? His name's Double A. No, of course not.
All right.
Ronnie's back there like, look at you, you're crying. I'm not. Who? It's his thing. He was nice enough to invite me.
Is Penny Crone invited?
No.
Oh.
None of the news department was invited?
They're like new in my... Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
You know how they
I'll lose
get.
sleep over that one.
I can't believe Penny's not going to be
I'm sure they'll be covering it.
All right. Well, what is it, Ronnie?
There. Over here.
You got to get on a mic, Ron.
Yeah, I didn't know, man.
Yeah, we're doing a radio show. Take as much time as you can. Just get on that mic real quick and say whatever it is you have to say.
Number 2.
He's out there crying.
I'm not.
You don't have a microphone.
Right away.
You don't have a microphone. It's probably on backwards. You don't know how to work something.
Right, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You don't know how to work a headphone. Go ahead.
All right? Is that better?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. Well, people have to hear you.
All right. So as soon as he hears that he's not invited with a guest, he goes, and then they said, I'm not invited. He goes, oh, you're not invited with a guest either. I go, yeah, okay, so what are you crying about right away? And he gets this...
I wasn't crying. I was busting his balls. I wasn't...
He gets this face on. Everybody saw it. He gets this face on.
What is wrong with you?
Like he's dejected, man, right away.
Well, what's the deal, Scott? You have to go home and what now?
I have to go home and say I'm going to the premiere next week.
I'm going bowling.
And your wife is going to say, I want to go to Artie's premiere.
She can't go.
And you're going to say no?
I'm going to Chicago to the NASCAR race.
I guarantee, here's my prediction, Scott the engineer will not be at Artie's premiere.
That's right.
Why not?
JD can have
Because your
his
wife's
seat.
not going to let you go.
Artie, I must decline.
Artie, it really had nothing to do with my wife. My son is going to be away, and she doesn't want to be alone.
Let me know right away, Scott.
Well, all right. Thank you, guys, and good luck.
But I'm not...
And Artie, good luck to you with the premiere. I know it's difficult to make a list and have to cut certain people
cut people, yes.
Yes. We feel your pain.
going on, man?
I didn't make the cut for Artie's big movie premiere.
Now you did, though.
Well, I mean, you know.
Initially, you didn't, though.
I guess that's if there's, you know, people who say no. So I'll keep my fingers crossed. But
is that a slap in the face for you that you didn't get the invite? Like you were the cutoff point?
No.
Well, you're always kind of like the show underdog, you know.
Exactly.
Never really getting.
Exactly, and then you
never really get the recognition you deserve. You always get ripped on.
Greg, you know me so well. you know how everything goes around here.
So this is just another, you know.
It's just another thing to add on to the legacy of JD.
But after a while, though, that's gotta, you know, it's gotta wear on you.
I'm sure it will one day, and you know.
Especially coming from a friendly guy like Artie, he's, he's a pretty friendly guy around here. He's pretty generous, and then you become the one guy that he doesn't invite to the premiere.
Shit happens. What can I say?
But you're in now, though. It looks like he's gonna pull some strings.
We'll see. Talk to me the day after the premiere. We'll see.
Why can't you just be happy you got the invite to the premiere? Look at JD. He didn't even get.
I'm not happy about anything. All right, I'm a miserable cocksucking motherfucker. And if you want to call me an asshole, then that's what I am.
Ronnie, is he an asshole?
He always feels like he's left out.
Scott.
Is he an asshole?
Are you gonna show up to the premiere?
I'm coming with Ronnie. He's my date.
He's not coming.
He's my.
He's not coming. I'm going to take his ticket right now.
Wednesday night that I get up at 3 a.m. Not like
So
some
do
other
I.
people
I get
that
up at 3:30.
that have like 4-day work weeks.
I
10
get up at
weeks
3:30.
off. Yeah.
I have to be at work Thursday.
Yeah. So do I. So
Yeah. So you know.
The fucking movie goes till like 9
Ronnie,
o'clock.
is he not going because his wife's not gonna let him?
Exactly.
Who said I wasn't going?
He's not going. He won't be there.
Now, what if your wife was allowed to go? Would you be there?
Definitely not.
All right, we'll see about it. I'm holding you to it, Scott.
Let's go to John Boy. And John Boy, you're on the air.
Do you have any time?
Time?
I just wanted to give Fred a heads up.
Which is?
Well, during the break, Sal was hitting the booths real hard. I have good information on this, doing some long 30-minute sessions. And if they're sharing that same chair on the Friday show, I would shy away from that.
Yeah? Sal hitting the booths again?
Yeah,
For real?
they're dirty in there, and he's doing those long sessions.
How would you know?
Well, I paid off the guy who cleans up the jizz. I gave him a picture of Sal, and I just wanted to know how often he was going there.
Hold on. This is just...
Yeah.
Don't even count it.
Confusing me. Truly, go ahead.
The guy called in about Sal going to the booths, and I actually went with Sal to the booths one night when I first came out here and started working here, and he convinced me on a drunken night to go.
Was it gross?
You know what? It's new. It was a new thing for me because in Vegas they have the booths, but they don't have actual live girls that you can pick like a meal. You know, you go. They're sitting outside the door, and you go, "I want that one." And
do you and Sal go in the same booth?
No, not at all. I would have never.
A girl, and then she stands behind glass.
Yeah, you give her money right before she goes anywhere.
And you beat off in front of her.
Yeah, but it goes from 0 to 60. Like the window goes up, she's got a leg up. There's stuff flying in there, and she's like, "You want to see this in here?" And she's like talking to you like,
yelling at you.
Oh my God!
Are your pants down?
Oh yeah, they were down at 2.
So she's staring at your penis?
Yeah, I guess. I'm hoping she's
wild.
It's great, Howard. It's great.
It's so your wife doesn't consider that cheating?
My wife doesn't know.
I hope not.
I hope nobody calls. It's not cheating because there's a glass that separates you. You know?
Right,
Do you have a
That'll
favorite
go
girl?
over
Do you
well.
go to the same place all the time?
At that place,
Sal probably has a relationship with one of these whores.
Hey, Martha.
There was this real hot Puerto Rican chick, and she was a little chubby because that's how I like them, you know? And I go in there.
That's how you like women, or that's how you like Puerto Ricans?
I like Puerto Ricans or anyone. I like them a little flabby. I don't like them airbrush like these penthouse playmate chicks. They're a bunch of phonies.
Yeah, they're gross.
They're called
want
train
that.
wrecks.
Yeah.
That's what Sal likes.
Yeah, so I go in there.
Was Sal's girl really ugly?
Oh my God, he picks like the janitor, bringing in the mop.
She looked like,
I'll take that girl over there.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, sir. That's our janitor.
Yeah, he cleans the booths, sir.
Her hair looked like it was it was dyed in mustard. You know when a black girl dyes their hair blonde?
Yeah.
It was like mustard yellow braids in her face, and I love that. And she's got on this real shiny black lipstick. So anyway, she's in there, and she goes, "Baby."
What does she do? Does she just take off all her clothes?
Takes off her clothes, but she thinks I'm a tourist or something.
Right.
She goes, "You want a good time? You gotta slip me another 40." So I go, 40. I go, "I'm a fucking regular here. Get on your knees." She's like, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry about that." So she gets
He's bragging.
Yeah, I'm a regular.
How dare you insult me?
You can't rip me off. I know the ropes. I'm here every day.
She gets on her knees, and I say, start licking the glass, because that's the only thing that's separating us.
Right.
So she goes, you want me to lick the glass, you got to give me so I gave her $20. So she's licking the glass, and I'm smacking it against the glass right where her mouth is.
You're slapping your penis.
Geez. Yeah, but it's against the glass, so there's a separation there.
Don't you think the glass is filthy?
There's other guys doing
the
that.
thing was, it was a little dim, and once I finished, I opened the door. There was dried stains around my wet stains. So I think I was hitting against somebody else's mess. So I get out, and Nushuli's next door.
Evidently, you're not the only guy who likes to whack his penis against glass.
Yeah, somebody else thought
No
of
wonder
that.
it looks the way it does.
So I get out, and Shuli is still going to town. He's right next door to me. So I'm drunk off my ass. I start banging on the door. Shuli, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. And I'm banging. I go, come on, you fucking pussy, finish already. Let's go. So I'm like, whatever. I go around the corner to the magazine section. There's Shuli reading a magazine.
I was done in a minute flat.
I was banging on the door with somebody else in there.
Surely, did the girl you get, is she decent looking?
She was hot, man. She was this hot Spanish chick, and she had like this Brazilian like tank top, like the Brazil soccer team. Her tits were hanging, and she was smoking hot. And I went right. I made a beeline for her. I go, let's go.
All right, so then you go, and then there's when they say a booth, like, is it like?
It's literally, it's like a you know where you used to take pictures, like in those little photo booths.
Yeah.
It's like that, but there's another side where she stands. The window goes up as soon as she gets her money, and
she starts stripping.
She's
Is
stripped.
She
She's
standing
nude.
at your level, or is she elevated a little
She's
bit?
She's at my level, and then she puts her leg up on like the window or the wall, and takes like a dildo and just goes to town.
Oh, geez.
And like,
Does she talk all nasty?
Oh
and
my
stuff?
God! I was done in a minute. I was, and I was like,
Really?
So where are you from? You know, you never want to do that in a peep booth. Start asking the chick where she lives.
So and you're beaten off, and then when you walk out, like you sit in a lobby and other dudes are there.
It's like one of the weirdest feelings in the world, because you're like,
Is there anywhere to clean up? You just go out and start fingering the magazines?
you just you have your
Same
head down.
magazines
You
everyone
make
else is
no
reading?
you make no eye contact.
Is it like Time magazine or is it Dirty magazine?
It's Field and Stream.
No, is it Dirty magazine?
Yeah, there's dirty,
Yeah.
and then they have like dirty videos, and then they have like old '80s videos that you can rent, like Teen Wolf, next to like pornos and shit.
karate videos.
Yeah, and it was just insane.
It's
man.
a video store.
It's a video store with a
Nice.
peep booth in the back, and it was my first experience.
How many booths are there?
There's like 5, I think. 5 or
No,
6.
there's 15 booths. Are you kidding me?
Sorry.
You didn't go around the corner.
Excuse me.
Artie, have you ever done anything that? I mean, you're a degenerate. I'm a degenerate. Have you ever done anything that?
I went to the boot when I was 17 years old. We took I got the bus to Manhattan right at the corner of my street where I grew up. It was a 15-minute bus ride. And twice when I was a senior in high school, I was 17, we went to these booths. And there was a live chick like doing sex shit. I remember I didn't jerk off or anything. And me and my buddies
Were you standing in there with your buddies, or did you have individual stalls?
No, I was by myself.
Because it seems like Sal sometimes the curtains go up and he sees other guys beating off.
One time that happened, yeah.
Really?
It was to my left. I didn't know it. They're called
in your blind spot.
They're called buddy booths.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I noticed a whole bunch of guys just hanging out in the back. They looked like they were just looking at their feet, kicking shit around. I didn't.
But this is when Times Square was littered with the places.
They're called buddy booths.
And,
So
and yeah, why would you have that?
I guess queers, what they do is they go in and they go side by side and they whack off and look at each other.
Then why do they need a girl?
They don't. They're video. These are video booths. So I
Aren't they
went
for
in,
like couples too?
and I put money in there.
Couples.
And I put money in there, and I put on the scene, and this girl's going to town on a guy, and I'm taking care of myself. I'm really going to town, and I turn to my left, and there's a guy looking right at me, jacking off, who's jacking off right next to me. I was like, holy shit!
Can I ask you something? What do? You let your pants drop down to the floor?
No, there's a whole ritual. First, I go to Sbarro's to take a piss.
Yeah.
Then I get a big wad of toilet paper rolled around my hand, and I tuck it in my pocket.
Okay.
Once you get there, you take out a $1 bill to open the door to get in. You don't want to touch anything. Close the door, use the same $1 to lock it. Slide that $1 in, take out your tissues, start changing the buttons. It's all sanitized.
Right.
Then, you pick a video, you go to town,
Sounds
you blow.
incredibly clean.
Oh, you watch videos? I thought you were looking at real girls.
Well, what surely was live girls.
That's so fucking creepy.
So you go to the video booths as well?
Oh, the videos are the best.
It's
because of big
crazy
variety.
because you could take any video home and watch it and do it in the privacy of your house.
I got kids running around at home.
You know what I think it is? I think that live girls are more expensive than video.
So then the key is once you're done, you finish on the tissues, you roll the tissues up, and there's usually a chair there in the corner. You just throw the wad of tissues behind the chair. And
I like how he says.
When you get out, you just put your feet together, you put your shoulders down, and you look right at the floor, and you walk out like a little Chinaman. You know, you don't look up. You know.
See, again, I went. It was 1984. It was 1984, and Times Square was littered with them. And I was 17. And recently, I asked a buddy of mine, "Did you ever go back?" He went, "No, I've never gone back."
I would just feel creepy, like even like walking in and being part of that, and then like you have to walk out, and then you're waiting for Sal, and you're sitting there reading a magazine.
It was weird. You know what's a funny thing is Florentine on his last DVD, Meet the Creeps 2, they do this bit where they go outside these peep booths, and him and Don Jamieson are standing out there with like hand sanitizer and napkins, and as soon as guys come in or out, they're like, "Hey, buddy, you need to clean up? Here, you want a squeegee? Take the squeegee in the booth with you." You know,
I must be thrilled. Yeah, Richard, what's up? What do you want to say? Oh, you're on 3. Okay, go ahead.
I had a friend in Missouri who went to one of the video booths in Kansas City, and he sits down to watch a movie. He puts his quarters in, and he sees something moving out of the corner of his eye.
Yeah.
And right head level, right next to his ear, was a big cock. And it came through a hole. So he jumped back. It scared the crap out of him, and he reared back and kicked it with his boot, and it broke. And the guy started screaming, and the guy pulled a knife. There was a gay guy in the booth next to him.
Wow.
And so he jumps over the top and gets in a fight with the gay guy and ends up going to jail for like a week after he kicked the guy's penis.
I'll tell you, I went to this place. This is what guys in high school do, junior high school. We went when we were like 15 or 16, and we would go and put the money in and watch the movies, not the live shows. But you learn weird things about your friends, because I was in a booth and my friend was next to me in a booth, and all of a sudden I heard a horse whinnying from his booth. And I guess he was watching a movie where a girl like jerks off a horse. And he told me she in a bucket, and then she pours the bucket all over herself, and it rolls down her.
Oh, God. That's too much.
Sal, you broke him in, man.
I broke 𝗛će𝗄𝗿𝗋.
Yeah, he caught me in a moment of weakness. No, actually, we were coming back. We were debating whether to go to Scores or the Peep booth, and then we decided, you know what? We'll pay the $40, and at least we'll shoot a load for sure. So
Yeah,
we
we
went to the
did.
Peep booth.
It was fantastic.
It was good times. It was interesting. My chick was hot. Sal's chick was a mess, but that's the way he likes them.
But yeah, mess is hot to me. You know what I mean? They got to be beat up.
So, Sal, how long have you been doing this for, man?
Too long. You know, for the first time yesterday, I went to a peep booth. I haven't done this probably in 6 years. I hate to say this, I went to a peep booth before I got here yesterday. Because there's a 24-hour one on the way here. And it was fantastic. It was a glory hole one. The only thing that sucked about it is that when she was blowing this guy through the glory hole, as soon as the guy came, a man's head came into the shot and finished the guy's penis, and that was it. I was done.
So that's when you came?
No, I didn't finish. No, it ruined the whole thing. So.
Julie, do you ever see yourself getting to the point where you have an entire routine worked out?
No, that's crazy, man. That's like a pitcher before a big game. You know, he like has his whole routine that he does.
Well,
but if you're good at what you do, then you have a routine.
It's not that. If you have kids at home and stuff, you don't want them to catch hepatitis or something off your fingers. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not cheating on my wife, but
I love the fact that everything's sterilized up until the point where he smacks his cock against the glass window.
Yeah, right? And what about the dollar bill using as your that's like your little protection?
Yeah, that's like my little wet wipe, so to speak. You know,
dollar bills might be dirtier than the actual doorknob.
Yeah, your cock might be.
Well,
cleaner.
now you know. Lots of dollar bills that you're holding on to probably went through a peep booth machine.
They were the handle for door 5, 6, and 7.
I'm gonna start putting my initials on the dollar bills I put into the peep booth machines. And
wait a minute.
You should do like a little contest.
You know what story we forgot to tell in there is after we got out, we met a fan on the street, and Sal shook the fan's hand.
And he goes, "Where are you guys from?" We go.
Countdown over the weekend. Fred Norris' bachelor party was number 10, and for those of you who missed it, number 1 was 𝗛će𝗄𝗿𝗋. Number 2, Artie's cocaine in a pig soup story.
Oh, wow. I just knew that was going to be number 1.
I got calls from my buddies like I had won an Oscar. You have no idea. Like the kids I grew up with, they're like, dude, number 2.
Number 3 was Billy West as Marge Schott apologizing during Christmas. That's not an easy one to beat, Artie.
But Artie's that pig story is so good.
Number 4, and I got to say, I agree. High Pitch Eric and the Fish Show. That had me pissing in my pants.
This is great. I didn't hear the whole 10. This was awesome.
Yeah. Number 5 was, of course, the Gary tapes. Number 6, Stuttering John versus Cabbie fight. I was surprised listening back to that how good it was to listen back to it.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
Number 7, Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf. Always weird hearing that. And number 8 was Jesus Twins, which I heard the replay of. Always funny.
Yeah.
Really? They made the top 10.
Oh, they
That's
were
amazing.
great. And number Number 9 was the DeBella funeral tapes, and number 10, the Fred Norris bachelor party story. So those were your top 10.
Wow. You know, I got to admit, as a fan, the Cookie Puss thing, I had never heard the whole thing. I knew it was a situation where Fred got his mother Cookie Puss, you guys busted his chops. I heard, segments of it here and there over the years on Best Of, but it's just so funny how the fans think, like, they love tension and arguments and negative shit.
Yes.
Because I finally heard the whole thing, and God, the tension between you and Fred is, that is unreal. I mean, it's fascinating.
But why were you mad at me? I mean, I was fascinated. You got your mother a Cookie Puss.
Yeah.
And
I think
you know
still
what?
angry.
It's so many years ago.
Still angry, aren't
Here's
you?
the deal. When did Cookie Puss happen?
Cookie Puss happened at let's see.
It was probably in the 80s.
Right.
I'm going to guess it was 86 or 87.
Jackie was there, right? Because
Yes,
Jackie
20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 20 years ago. Well, how do I remember?
So why are you so upset? I mean, you have to admit now, 20 years later.
That was an odd present.
That was just bizarre.
It was supposed to be a goof.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was.
That's
What do
where
you mean?
No, that's why I got mad. Because it was supposed to be a goof.
It
I
wasn't
thought
a
I was
goof.
sharing. Yes, it was.
You got your mother a Cookie Puss, and
As
a goof on who?
Look, I actually
her?
got no. It was. I just thought it was a fun, silly thing to do.
But what did you
That's
really
all.
get your mother?
I actually really got her earrings.
Bullshit. I will go to my grave.
All right,
See,
whatever.
this is how it started. You said you caught Fred in a lie. He got offended by that.
I know he's still lying.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Here. I'll say one thing.
You were dead
You
serious.
can say whatever you want, dude.
Thank you.
Well, I was
will.
there. We
Because
asked
you're
you
lying
what you
right
got
now.
your mother. You
I'm not
said
lying.
a
Yeah, you are.
Cookie Puss.
You weren't there.
I'm telling
you
you
don't
the
know.
truth. This is my feeling.
But
Why
that's your
would you-
feeling, but it's not the truth.
I know you're lying.
It's not the truth. It's your feeling.
Can I tell you why I think you're lying? Can I just tell you why?
Go ahead.
Okay. I know you. You're not.
But you don't know me that well. You think you know me. If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me.
I know you. And I'm going to go to my grave saying that you did not mean it as a goof.
And that will
why
be
would
happening
you goof on
when?
your mother? Why would you goof on your mother? Your mother's not going to be. I know your
It was
mother. She's a
supposed to
simple
be
woman.
silly. See, you don't understand silly stuff.
No.
When people try to do silly things, you come in and you don't understand the point
Fred,
of something silly.
You weren't seeing your mother that much at that time. I mean, you would.
No,
go home
actually, I was.
You would go home on weekends and stuff, and you would love your mother.
Yeah, but I always
you
goof
meant it-
around.
Oh, it's so not a goof.
All right,
ladies
He
and
never
gentlemen.
told us about
you're
any earrings.
you know what?
did
You
he?
come
He
from
just told us about a
but
Cookie
you come
Puss.
from a very
I guarantee you there were no earrings.
All right.
I guarantee it. Take a polygraph test.
Artie, what does one do when you're telling the truth and everybody says that you're lying? I'm
lie
asking an
detector
outsider.
test.
You know what?
What do you do?
You get frustrated like you're getting. I don't know what to do.
Thank you.
He can
I just wanted to check with a real person in the room, not these two liars.
I mean, I don't. See, this was what was amazing about that bit too is Howard has this ability on the air. If you get somebody mad, you think, okay, fine, he's going to back off. Then he went into that voice.
Yeah.
What voice? Oh, the
His
Cookie Puss
mother.
voice.
And his Cookie Puss? Oh, you did the Cookie Puss voice.
And it's like you feel for Fred because you can tell he's so mad. And then Howard saying, I'm afraid to get out of this voice.
You know
In the voice. It really was. And Jackie had such a fucking awesome line in the middle of it. You in the Cookie Puss voice, you said, Jackie, how come you pissed in your mother's face? Remember you said Jackie urinated in his mother's face?
Right.
What she did.
Yeah, that's all you did. How come you just pissed in your mother's face? And Jackie said Carvel was closed. And then you were afraid to get out of the voice. I had never heard the whole thing. And it was tense, but the fans love that negative shit, man.
Oh, they do. They eat it up.
And, I just know Fred. I mean, Fred's right. I mean, we don't have a lot of time.
We're circling back down to that, circling back around on that line of thought, aren't we?
I'm just telling you.
We're just going to keep going around.
I
on that.
never heard earrings before today. It's 20
No,
years
it
later.
was. No, it's 20 years later. But you know what it was?
He didn't get
it. Was
earrings.
it was the same reactions. Like, you did not. You're lying.
You are.
All right.
I know when
I'm
you're
lying.
You gave her a Cookie Puss.
And you were
and
serious.
the Cookie Puss. No, because everybody was coming over. My nephews were coming over. It was just a silly thing.
All right, okay, but let's not rehash it.
I remember it being
we've only done that over the weekend.
It's been rehashed.
I only remember it being very sincere. I gave my mommy a Cookie Puss.
Okay.
Hey, and it was sincere.
and Robin gave her mother an arsenic Cookie Puss. So
No, it was just straight arsenic. She's a grown woman.
Do they still make Cookie Puss, I wonder?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. That's a
And
perennial.
Fudgy the Whale and all that stuff.
And then you were goofing on Fudgy the Whale. In the voice, you're saying, I hate Fudgy the Whale.
I do.
Oh, that's great.
Fudgy the Whale is bad.
And, you know, in fairness to Fred, since it was the #1 bid, too, just to go back, I finally heard the whole thing. Robin is the one who said, Fred must have said it to you earlier in life at some point, because you said, remember Fred used to get his mother Cookie Puss all the time. That's how you got into it. So Fred must have confided in you or something.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Fred's gotten, like, sort of more
He's sophisticated
socially
now.
normalized by his wife,
He's a sophisticated.
Allison Norris, who, you know, has a normal sort of background. Sensibility.
Well, she's from this planet. I mean, that's really where the whole Fred is from Mars thing sort of stems.
No, this thing from Mars came from a very angry joke man.
No, the thing from Mars comes because it's
a very angry, bitter,
it's like you're from
mean,
another planet.
nasty little fucking troll
It's
named
like
Jackie
you
Marlin.
don't know the customs of our planet.
Right.
I love how Robin acts like she's got the boats and everything else like that.
You know what I mean, Fred?
We all came from shit.
Fred, the simplest thing.
But now, now all of a sudden, Robin has reinvented herself as Dame, Edith Evans or something. I love that
shit. She always
shit.
could fend for herself. You were like,
on!
You were like Kyle XY. I had to take you around.
Really, we weren't
You
sure
weren't much
about
better, bud.
Oh, come on. I at least
Before you were
like
king of all media.
No, I at least could
you were a
carry
slob
on.
like the rest of us.
Oh, it wasn't the slob thing. It
wasn't
just,
slob. He's missing the point.
You seem to not know.
I miss no point. I'm getting the point right now.
You were 25 years old.
I'm getting the point. We're rehashing history.
No, it was just that you were 25 years old, and my wife and I had to take you around and teach you how to, like, open a bank account and how to get an apartment.
There's even a statute of limitations on, like, murder and things like that. There's no statute of limitations on these stories.
No, you're a much more sophisticated guy now, and I am contending that...
Oh, stop wheezing,
Wait
Robin.
a minute. No,
the Cookie Puss. I am contending that the Cookie Puss was a legitimate gift that you thought was a nice gift. That's all I'm contending.
Howard.
It's not.
And I will always think that.
It makes a better story to do it the other way.
Remember, you know how we laugh at Richard because he says he goes to the same restaurant every night?
That's Fred.
Who did that?
Fred.
You know what? This is like talking about somebody when they're 5 years old. It's like, it's 20 years, guys.
You were...
Give it up.
25.
You were 25 years old.
And guess what? I'm not 25 anymore. And we're talking about, it's like,
You know what? At least Richard went to a Chinese restaurant. Fred would go across the street to his, what was it, like a deli?
Yeah.
Were you afraid to venture out on your own? That's what it was.
Right, it was close.
No, I went to a lot
so
of them. That's a place I went every day because it was right across the street. I would get my coffee there every day.
It was like a Vietnamese place, right?
It might have been.
But it was owned by a foreigner.
Yeah. Oh, everything's owned by a foreigner.
You'd go in there, and you'd go in there and talk to the dude every day, and...
You were a regular.
Very much.
And he'd have like a hero every night or something.
Right.
What did you get there? What did you order?
I ordered a cup of coffee and whatever. I was smoking at the time, get a pack of smokes.
Yeah, but you got your dinner there every
No.
night. It was like your kitchen.
No.
It was. He's lying.
See, now he's going to make...
Oh,
he's
here we go.
revising
I love this.
history.
It's like, you guys are nuts.
He'd be in there for all 3
You guys
meals.
are insane.
What do you want, Fred? Do you want the same, Fred?
If you want to have a conversation, we'll have a conversation.
That's where he bought his. That's where he bought his
mom.
mom's earrings for the deli across the street. Fred, I got some nice earrings.
These fell off the back of a truck.
Finally, a good joke.
Fred, what do you want for dinner tonight? The meatloaf again?
No, that's Hindu.
We just got a shipment of real human ears. You could eat.
Barbecued ears.
Barbecue. Well, I think Fred was just very frightened back then.
He had never been out of that little community he
This
grew
is
up
beautiful
in.
when people have a conversation with you. When you're sitting in the room, it's like you feel like a fucking, anthropology rat or something.
The big city scared him.
Yep. Hey, I understand.
Wait a minute, is this the woman that I knocked on her door one night because I thought I was having a heart attack when I opened the door?
I was much better, Fred, but we're talking about you.
Why wouldn't you open your door?
Wait a minute, but he was knocking on my door because he had been splitting logs that weekend.
No.
Let's
Let's not divert. Let's focus on the task at hand. And the task at hand I tried calling someone, and then you tried going over and talking to him. I ended up having.
He was so funny because he had cut down a tree.
No, I hadn't cut down a tree, Robin.
He's like,
boy, Jesus Christ! Is it my life or is it not?
He's like Abe Lincoln who's splitting rails.
There's nothing more frustrating than when you tell somebody what's going on. No, that's not what happened.
I feel weak. I haven't been eating. I wanted to lose weight. God, I'm so damn thin right now, but man, I don't eat anything.
So the weight you put on, you took off.
Yeah, I got inspired by Beth. She's doing a lingerie shoot today.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So she goes into this mode, she broke her foot, so she can't really exercise, although she's been going to a gym anyway. She doesn't care.
She told me she was going to try Pilates to keep
she
herself,
doesn't she doesn't care. And then she had the shoot, so she had to get real thin for it, so she just doesn't eat, literally doesn't eat for days.
Wow.
I go, what day are you up to that you haven't eaten? She goes, I don't know.
She hardly can lift her head off the pillow.
Yeah.
I was reading in one of the tabloids, that's what it keeps ending Renee Zellweger's relationships. They say she is so obsessed about her weight and dieting that she makes every guy she's with crazy. That's why they can't stay with her.
Really?
Yeah, they say she'll starve herself to the point where she's weak and tired and cranky.
Past that. I told Beth, banging me is such great exercise. I told her how many calories you lose when you bang me.
It's a good move.
That's right. That's all the exercise you should need.
That's right.
Want to work out a little more?
That's right.
Come back to the gym.
I met a cousin of Beth's in Cleveland this weekend. She was at my show. She's very pretty family. Yeah.
They all are pretty, huh?
Yeah.
Good. Which cousin is that? I probably don't even know her.
She said she's a second cousin, but she has Beth's last name. Oh. And you look into her face, you could tell.
See a resemblance?
Yeah.
She was very nice.
Do you think there's any chance the two of them would go to bed with me?
I don't know.
Or maybe Artie, were you trying to work something? You're a single guy now.
Yeah, Artie, we could be brother-in-laws.
You could be dating Beth's cousin. That would be great.
Have fun.
Howard's worst nightmare.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
That would be hysterical. You two in the same family.
Oh, Christ.
Did you hit on her? Hey, wait, what's the story? Did you get laid
I did not hit on her. Okay, listen to what I pulled here.
Uh-oh. Forget the commercial.
I found out that I sort of I definitely relate more to a loser guy who gets blown off by a chick than, anybody else, because I've always been that guy. But through show business, sometimes you can get a broad,
Right.
So this was a theater in Cleveland, outside of Cleveland, 1,500 people, sold out, great crowd, really energetic. And I had a couple of drinks on stage. I did about an hour, and at the end, the crowd sort of really came towards the stage, and I was signing autographs, and there was a lot of hot chicks, but I was a little lit, and I said, fuck it. The security guys were so cool. I was signing autographs, and the security guy said, listen, point to a hot chick. We'll take them backstage if you want.
Nice.
And I said, you know what?
This is beautiful.
Fuck it. I'm going to be David Lee Roth here.
David Lee Roth. When John Belushi died, he had girls crying and Playboy Playmates fighting over it.
Right. I mean, So I said, you know what? Fuck it. And there were a lot of really hot, those Midwestern blonde, really
corn-fed girls.
Yeah.
Corn.
So and I was being ruthless, dude. In my head, I was being ruthless. I said,
it was evil Artie.
I pointed. I go her, and then they start going, we can come backstage, and they start jumping around. Then one of them had a friend, so a couple went back.
How old? Real young?
14. Well, I'll get to the part where the two chicks that came in the limo with us back were both 22 years old.
Oh, nice. Well, you ain't that old. You're 35.
I'm 38. I mean, you could work.
I tell people you're 35. Go ahead. Yeah.
I should start doing that. It's Show Business Live. But a really hot brunette chick comes up, and during the show, she had brought me a drink on stage too, and she was real sexy, like my type, and I was like, "Fuck it." I said, "Yeah, her, definitely her," and she goes, "My friend's with me too," and her friend was really hot too. I go, "Yeah, both of them." So as they're going backstage, security guys, I see out of the corner of my eye, she's with a guy who looked like a really nice guy, just like a guy, a fan of ours, typical,
right.
And he looks at her and he goes, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm going backstage." And she keeps walking. Now, at the corner of my eye, I'm looking at the guy, and I feel so sorry for the fucking guy that I go, dude. I called him. I said, "You can come too. You can come too."
No.
And I don't know what the guy. I mean, it was like she was being evil, and really busting his balls. And again, I relate more to that guy.
All right, that's good.
Turns out the other chick was with a guy too.
Oh,
so
you have no luck.
I'm not smooth. I'm not smooth at all. I said to the guy, "Yeah, both of you guys can come back." But now I said, "Fuck it, fuck them."
You know what would be great?
He's backstage with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, both guys come back and the girls go home.
Well, listen to what happened. So I said, "Fuck it, I'll find a few more hot chicks." And
somebody's got to be single here.
I pick out another 4.
Right.
And then what happened was the Stern Fan Network guys were there, and they had come to my DVD signing earlier in the day, and they made me promise they could come backstage. But they're 4 guys, and I was like, all right, because that Stern Fan Network, you don't want to get them mad at you, man. They're like fucking the mafia.
Shit about you, yeah.
Right. So I said to those guys, you can come back now. So
what were their names? Like, do they have special handles?
Yeah, what the fuck were their handles? I forget the handles. I was thinking about the chick.
But
so listen to the full loser story here.
Yeah.
So now,
if you got laid.
So now I go backstage, and now it's like a gaggle of people there, and I was with Nick 𝗛cie and these 2 other guys, and Nick is married, and Nick is very faithful to his wife, which, you know, he's like, so he was like, I don't even want to see any of this. I'm walking outside because he was just like, I'm gonna have a cigarette.
You say he must fuck around.
I mean, no, he doesn't. He's being a very like faithful guy. He like made a commitment to this marriage thing. Because Nick years ago,
how long's he married, man? 2 years or so far.
He's been married a couple years,
all right.
But you know, he seems happy. Him and his wife are perfect for each other. Actually, a very good couple. So he's being a good boy, and he just walks out to have a cigarette because he doesn't want to see a guy way uglier and fatter than him get laid, I guess. So now I got to deal with the fact. So the hot chick with the boyfriend, though, was being super aggressive. Like the way I wanted some of the other chicks who were single to do. But they were sort of laying back. She was coming up to me and going, I'm originally from New York, Artie. I'm taking you out. We're partying. And the guy is looking at her like, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm going to party with Artie. That's what I'm going to do. She started hugging me, and like it was really awkward for me. And again, because I'm not used to being that guy that the girl wants, you know.
Right.
And the other guy's way better looking than me, and I'm thinking showbiz, man. It's unreal.
That's the greatest.
So yeah, right. No. So she's being more aggressive. I'm like, I don't know.
The story doesn't end with you getting a load on your chest, does it?
No, it's not quite that bad.
Good.
So finally I go to her. I go, I don't know. You guys going to a bar? She goes, we'll take you out. And then the guy sort of gets her aside, and I see out of the corner of my eye he's getting a little tense, and he goes, you are married. That's what he says.
Oh my God, he married her.
I guess if either that or he's talking about her husband that he knows. I don't know what the fuck.
Right. You're married to another man, and you're cheating on both of us.
It was weird. He goes, you are married. So now I'm going, okay, this chick is bad news. All right. So I don't want any part.
Bad news is the kind I like.
Well, you know,
I don't. But the guy's there, Howard. He could shoot him.
I don't want to get shot.
I've done that move. But go ahead.
Oh, you have?
You're better than me.
With the guy there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at
well,
you.
wait. We'll hear that story after this.
I had a mean streak.
Really fuck the commercial after this. We'll hear that one. So now I'm like just trying. I got to keep her away from me because I don't want to get shot. So these other 2 girls, they talk about a part of Cleveland called the West 6th Street Bar. There are a lot of great bars. She goes, we're all going to a bar. It'll be real fun. It's like a college bar. But I go, the bar's going to be nuts. And you try to make that creepy move where you go, well, you know, my hotel has a bar.
Yes.
No, that's the hard part.
So they were kind of not into that. And I was like, okay, I don't want to creep them out here. So I said, well, where's this bar? They go, all our friends are going.
Dude,
and
you're wasting time. You just say to one of them, listen, man, let's get out of here together.
Well, so now they go.
This is getting crazy. Let's get away from it.
We had a really big limo, and they say, can we come in the limo with you?
So what, all the dudes too?
No. Just these 2 other girls. The other people I had to focus on a couple. You know what I mean?
Good.
So
I like this.
Because me and my other buddy who was there.
You got the 2 girls in the limo and got rid of these guys.
Right. Me and the one other comedian that was there is single as well. It was like
the other chick pissed? The one who was with the guy, was she all pissed?
You know what? They went off to their own domestic squabble. I said, fuck it. It looked like there was going to be a major argument going on over there. So the 2 chicks, like 22-year-old chicks, both really, really hot. You know, definitely solid 8s, come in the limo with us, and they go, we'll go to the bar together. So they get in the limo, and then it's me, the other comic who's single who's trying to rap with them too, and Nick, again, still miserable, smoking a cigarette, and the limo driver. So now it's like you're talking to 22-year-old girls, which is, oh my God, you know. It's like,
who cares?
Right. So I realize I have nothing to say to them. We pull up to the hotel. We drop Nick off. He gets out, and he goes, it's good luck, fucker.
Well, Nick's a bummer at this point.
Yeah, so he leaves, but he was cool. He's like, I'm going to get out of your way. Go nuts, you know. So he leaves. The other guy leaves. Now it's just me my other friend, and the 2 girls. Perfect man.
Perfect.
You know, and both of them.
Did
It wasn't
you care
like,
which one you got?
No, both were hot. How rare does this happen? Either one was
You
fine.
didn't even care which one.
Oh, this sounds good, man.
So we drive up to this bar.
Go ahead.
Now, the most conspicuous thing ever. Picture like this entire row.
Well, dude,
of
now's
Cleveland.
the time you say, hey, you know what? Why don't we just go back to the room?
See, this is where I need some advice because I got to figure this out.
I'd say, you know what? I don't want to go to a bar. I just did a big show, and I got, and Howard needs me tomorrow.
I was trying to, believe me, I tried to pull all that shit. And first of all, after I come off stage, I was sweaty. I had to look grosser than ever. I mean, they really had to take a bullet for the team, these 2. So
this is where you need Coke.
And also, oh, absolutely. That helps everything.
Howard, why does he even stop at 4 girls or 6 girls? Why doesn't he have 12 girls?
You got to focus on a couple. You got to, like,
girls,
you know what I mean?
Girls, no, he's right. He's got this down right. Except, like, now you go.
Well, listen to what
happens.
happens.
Make the creepy move and go. Let's go back to the room.
But the girls will start competing for his attention at that point. Then you know who to go with.
Listen to what fucking happens here. So now we pull up to this hot area of Cleveland. All these like great bars, lines of kids outside. And again, you know how huge you've been in Cleveland forever. Big limo pulls up. Some people who had been at the show were at the bars.
Right, of course.
So the limo pulls up and they know it's me right away. I'm the only guy with a limo in this town, I guess. And so as
the town limo,
right as the limo's pulling up, they start screaming Artie and everything. We get out of the thing with the 2 girls. Forget it. The lines of people, a bachelor party, guys who've been at the show.
Perfect.
Shock the push shirts, Major Stern fans.
Say, let's get out of here. I don't want to deal with this.
So this one kid, it was his bachelor party. I get out of the car. He like elbows the 2 girls out of the way, gives me a big sweaty bear hug, and goes, "It's my bachelor party. Sign my forehead," and gives me his magic marker. I'm like, dude, I got to do this. So they want to go into this bar that is ground zero for this to meet their friends. And I walk up to them. I go, girls, listen, I can't do this. I can't go in. You see, it's crazy. And they're like, yeah, we get it. And I go, there's a bar back at the hotel. I may go have a drink there. And they're like, we got to go meet our friends. We love that, that type of thing. So I go, and the one girl goes,
sorry.
The one girl goes, I come into New York all the time. My friend like goes to school there, and she goes, can I give you my number?
What school? High school?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She goes, can I give you my number? And I got her number. I got both of their phone numbers. They gave them to me, it was weird. And then I said, well, I really got to go. She goes, you know what? I would have tried to bite the bullet and go, but there was no way to go in one of these bars. It would have been impossible.
No.
Right, you're not going to make any time in that bar.
Dude, when you had him in the limo, you say to him, listen, we're going, fuck this bar, man.
Right. Well, I tried to hint at that. It was like, I mean,
they weren't say, this is what I'm doing.
They weren't stripper types. They were like, just
nice
regular
girls.
people. Yeah, it was so they were creeped out by the hotel.
See, that's what I'm saying. He needed more people. That way you say to the girls, we're having a party at my room.
You got a shitty selection of girls.
Anyway,
Robin might be right on this one.
I'm still drunk. They give me their numbers, and then I leave, and my buddy goes with them. And I'm like, dude, don't even call me if you fuck one of them, because I'm going to be livid.
Did he fuck one of them?
No, he didn't. He talked to me the next day, and he was like, we got in the bar, and they sort of blew me off and everything. But I got into the limo, and it was just me and the limo guy going back to the hotel, and he was laughing his ass off. He goes, hey, man,
hey, you loser.
You came close. So, of course, I go back to the hotel. Ooh. I take a shower, I get a cheeseburger, and I jerk off.
Why didn't you just tell the girls, hey, why don't you go to the bar and come back to my room later and we'll party?
So your move at that point would have been in the limo.
My move is clear. I'm very direct because I have no fucking patience.
Right.
I'm a nut.
He's not going to any party.
I ain't going to any party. The party is right here.
Right.
Where I am.
Uh-huh.
And I say point blank, I go, hey, let's go back to the hotel and party there.
Right.
Remember Bingo when she was here the other day? Yeah. Even the old hippie knew, there's going to be a whole happening at my house. The only happening was Bingo.
Well,
there was nobody there. You could have even said there was a party in your room.
What happened that was weird was the chick, like sometimes you get a vibe a chick is raring to go. And the only one that was that aggressive was the one with the married one.
Right. And that's the one you go to.
And if I tell you what, man, I don't know
you did the right thing. You don't want to do that in front of her man.
Oh, forget, because I would have felt like such a
you say you did that to some guy?
I did a thing where this chick I knew was there with her husband at some event, And she came up to me and said, hey, I want to fuck you. And I was like, well, you know, it looks like you're pretty busy. She goes, you tell me where to meet you, I'll meet you.
Oh, my God.
So I said,
and that's sexy, too, as wrong as it is.
So I said, listen, I don't agree with you, but you know where I am. If you want to come visit me. I got home 10 minutes later, the doorbell rang, and I was like, okay, what the hell? And I would never do that again because it was wrong.
But at least you weren't taking the guy in your limo.
No.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad for this fucking guy. He really had a look on his face like, what are you doing? And I got a feeling, though, if I was a fucking dick and said to the security guys, he can't come back.
Yeah, she would have been in there by herself.
You never know.
You did the right thing. You had a heart. You had a heart.
Yeah.
And you're a guy, and you got to do the right thing. And not only that, there was I remember in Washington, Fred will notice, I did a record signing once. A chick walks up straight up to me with her boyfriend, and the boyfriend says, this girl was the hottest thing I've ever seen. I'm telling you, she looked like fucking Carmen Electra.
Right.
He walks in, he's like a biker dude, and he says to me, hey, my girlfriend likes her. You want to kiss her? So I go, I don't know. He goes, do whatever you want to her. I go, really? He goes, yeah. So then she goes to the bathroom and the record store, and she walks away. Oh, no, I know what. He walked away to go to the bathroom, and she's standing there with me, like, waiting to make out at the record store.
Yeah.
And no one was at my record signing. It was unbelievable.
How weird.
It's you and this girl.
It was just me and this girl, and she's super hot. And then he comes back and he goes, hey, man, he goes, you know what? Any other guy ever even looks at my fucking girlfriend, I'll kill him. He goes, but I'm a fan of yours. You do what you want with her. And I just said, I said, hey, thank you. She's a beautiful girl, but, you know.
What city was this in?
Washington,
D.C.
I said, first of all, I'm married, you know, which I was faithful. And secondly, it was like weird. Like, I mean, this guy probably going to chop me up at some point.
Right, he could get pissed off at you one day and come back.
I said to my one buddy who I work with on the road sometimes, I'm like, okay, if we're going to do this now that I'm single here or whatever, and we're going to, our objective is pussy at these gigs, we got to figure out a game plan. And it is try to get a private party afterwards somewhere. And you just let us select
you got to let these guys. You got to get somebody in charge, like a Ronnie type,
like a trim. One band had a trim coordinator. That's what they call it.
You got to get like a Ronnie type who gets it, and he'll who's like a complete brazen guy. He just goes up and says, "You girls want to come back and party?" They go, "Yeah." They go, "Come our boyfriends come." Go, "Fuck you." We're not looking for boyfriend night.
Yeah, they take care of that before they ever get to you.
By the time they get to you, is pretty good shot.
Right.
That it's like 5 chicks who were. Probably one of them is going to blow you.
These security guys, the Palace Theater in Lorain, Ohio, their security, they so get it. They were fucking men's men. They were like,
but
dude,
you broke down the system.
I know. He goes, you point to a chick and
say to them, that embarrasses me. I don't want to point to any chicks.
Right.
Use your judgment. In fact, you got to get a guy who says to those guys, listen.
Estou perdido nos fios da meada das skins que eu compro.
É, que são tantas, né? Eu não consigo acompanhar. Desculpa.
De 2 em 2 dias é...
Não, mas essa semana eu comprei os morcegos e os caras do Fallout.
Para, Daniela, você tá gastando muito dinheiro nesse jogo. Vai falir desse jeito. Você tá desempregada, não se esqueça disso. Queria eu estar desempregada e comprando skin.
E aí, eu que sou dono de mercado.
Você separou do Lucas.
Entrega de armamento aliada a caminho.
Ai.
Ei, Dani, tigrinho tá pagando, né?
Que tigrinho, cara.
Pô, se fosse lutear, eu já tinha feito a missão, mas não é lutear.
Cara, já perdi quase 200 reais nessa porra aí.
Ô, galera, muito caro aqui na caixa.
Muitos homens? Espera aí que a Aline me respondeu.
R saindo da AO.
Vamos soltar. Ai.
Tô chegando, galera. Eu tava respondendo a gatinha no zap.
Decodifiquem o sinal inimigo, sendo líder em baixas inimigas.
Foi mal, cara. Perdoa eu.
Ai, eu tinha lojinha. Só pedi loadout. Tem cara contigo, eu acho, tá?
Se prepara, você vai voltar pra luta.
Ai, ele me amassou.
Eu só queria minhas armas, entendeu? Sem minhas armas eu não sou nada.
Eu nem com minhas armas sou alguma coisa.
Tá entre os líderes. Vamos trabalhar duro pra chegar lá. Seu colega está remobilizando. Muito bem.
Eu só queria jogar sem estar nerfado.
Ui! Peguei minha lojinha de volta, caixa de placa. Vou estar jogando a caixa de placa. Vou estar...
Bem no coco. Obrigado, Dani, por confirmar que se fosse a Bárbara, ela ia deixar
Aqui.
Porque ele não tinha.
Meu Deus.
Tem um corno de pistola dupla. Eu não quero mais, essa bosta. Tomar no meio do olho.
Cara, se fosse só um corno, tava ok, mas são 3
cara,
cornos.
Eu quebrei o cara, eu quebrei.
Eu quebrei 2. Tomei pra outro time. É isso, galera.
Mosquito aliado em ação.
Cara, eu vou pegar termite. Não vou mais jogar de Santec.
Levem seu esquadrão pra
Mentira! Esse cara vai me denunciar até amanhã.
Ele tinha selfie. Ele tinha selfie.
Cara, se eu tivesse em live, teria sido muito lindo clipar.
Ele tinha selfie. Ô, mata esses caras aqui, eles são ruins, velho. Ô, por que você não clipa pelo negócio da Nvidia?
Eu não sei, eu sou meio tanto essas coisas. Grudei outra.
Não, tem mais um cara aqui. Cara, nada a ver com a paçoca, velho.
Que... Nossa, cara, nunca mais
vou te mandar foto gostoso. Como é que é? Vou te mandar foto gostoso. Ô, Matheus, você sabe que eu sou casada, né?
Você tá de volta. Vai lá quebrar tudo.
De algo gostoso? Não. A ativista tá ficando bilionária, que a Dani tá mesmo. Ó, vamos comprar o loadout? Lá, ó.
Não, primeiro eu tenho que mostrar um negócio pra vocês.
Não, vamos ali comprar. Não, tem muito cara ali, não vamos não. Não vai tá dando pra ir, não. É, aqui. Aonde você tá?
Ah, eles estão atirando em mim. Eles me...
Cara, que inferno. Na hora que eu consigo pegar meu loadout, ruxa 3 caras de pistola dupla. O Mikael, você faz o loadout sozinho, Mikael. Você tá numa loja, Mikael?
Jesus.
Tô indo. Inimigo marcado.
Não erra tiro, hein, mini toco. Mandei errado, caramba. Zoando, Matheus.
Ressurgência quase acabando. Faz valer
me segura.
Tem uma
Ai, algo gostoso seria sushi. Nossa, que delícia. Retiro o que eu disse. Esse segundo prato aí não foi muito apetitoso, não, Matheus. Vou ser sincero contigo.
Você tá voltando pra luta. Aproveita a chance.
Caralho, eu fui amassada.
Ô, Mikael.
Amassada.
Muito bem, seu esquadrão tá na zona segura.
Não é claro, né? Quando não é um time, é outro.
Ô, Bárbara, eu explodi aqui dentro.
Que susto, Easy.
Já achei o resto deles.
Snoop Dogg. Marcado.
Enfia 12 do... Oh.
A gente perdeu essa.
Não é 12, é 2
pra
só.
mim já deu, valeu.
Ah, valeu, né?
Deixa eu chamar a Aline lá pra... Pera aí.
Ela vai jogar aqui? Cozinha saudável, não é gostoso mesmo. Queria mostrar pra galera da live, mas vai vazar o WhatsApp, peraí. Esse tá apetitoso.
A Aline vai vir, tá?
Esse não. O que é isso aqui? Parece um... quiche. Um quiche de legumes.
Puxa a Aline, hein?
Um quiche de legumes. Rúcula, eu não gosto de rúcula. Mas isso aqui tá bom.
Puxa,
Isso aqui é o quê? Isso aqui é o quê? É boi, porco. Torta de palmito cortaliças. Ai, Matheus, você é muito sem graça. Me deu fome. Saiu a dor de barriga pra fome.
Ô, Bárbara.
Eu já entendi, gata. Relaxa.
Calma, cara. Desculpa.
Eu tô calma, mas é que... Oi, Eline. Lombo de porco com barbecue caseiro. Mano, eu imaginei, viu?
Boa noite.
Tava um Del, que legal. Eu não tenho a Aline, eu mandei solicitação, ela não me aceitou.
Aceitei.
Desumilde. Eu tô na outra conta. Eu tô na outra conta, eu tô zoando, eu tô na outra conta.
Que isso, cara?
Ah, um dia eu libero essa marreta aqui, né?
Vou pegar minha marreta.
Vou ver esses dois aqui.
Falta um desafio só pra mim pegar a marreta.
Nossa, jogou bastante Fortunes, então.
Não, pô, eu fiz uma no multiplayer, que eu tava jogando multiplayer pra liberar a...
Ah, você provavelmente fez a 30 assistência, né?
Eu fiz... Na verdade, não foi nem de 30 assistência, foi 15 baixas de operador com único disparo com escopetas recomendadas.
Ah, eu não joguei com escopeta recomendada, senão eu teria feito essa.
Daí eu fiz...
Porque eu joguei de
5
escopeta.
vezes. Daí 50 caixas de suprimento e 10 contratos. Daí falta só 4 baixas infortunes no...
Voltar lá
região norte... Fortaleza, terraços ou portaria. Ai, lá vem... Ai, eu vou assassinar o Kaique. Eu não... Kaique, fica quieto.
Entre anão e dano, entre Naja e Nata. Tem que ser Na. N-A. E antes de T, depois de J, é N. Nano? Anão e dano. Puta, pode